time, space, reality. It's more than a linear path. It's a prism of endless possibility where a single choice can branch out into infinite realities, creating alternate worlds from the ones you know. I am the narrator. I am your guide through these vast new realities. Follow me and ponder the question, why? Earth 1814. Previously, during Shadow of the Hand, in the depths of Voltgeist's hidden base, the newly assembled team uncovered a cache of S.H.I.E.L.D. files pointing toward a terrifying conspiracy. Heroes are missing. The Hand is gathering relics, and something ancient is waking in this city. A rooftop meeting with Asa Asahi, a Yakuza informant, turned deadly when our heroes showed up to an ambush. Magnus grappled with the fragility of life. Mr. Biscuits committed petty theft. The Crippler crippled. Spaghet tried to save lives, and Dragoness protected the team. That was until Bullseye struck with brutal precision. Secrets died with Asa, but not before revealing the location of a dark ritual involving the ghost blade of Uri. After the chaos of the fight with Bullseye, thanks to Voltgeist's quick thinking to hack the city's heating system, Magnus was overcome by a vision of a dark future. A woman, draped in ceremonial robes, eyes glowing unnaturally, levitating from an altar of some sort. She is Psylocke. She is the vessel. Now the team has a lead, a warehouse near Pier 90, and a choice. Descend into the unknown or let the city fall, one soul at a time. I'm joined tonight by my wonderful castmates and cast members here. Amazing streamers, amazing individuals, all in their own right. We've got 6 people. And I'm going to start with, who did I start with last week? You know what? I'm going to start at the 6 o'clock mark, and we're going to have Retired 11 Bravo let everybody know who he is and what character he is playing tonight.
I'd like to thank the Academy, my parents, God, Tom Cruise, and all the little people that helped me get to where I am today.
Thank you, Tom Cruise.
I'm Jeff, or Retired 11 Bravo. Former military guy, former game industry guy, and now I'm retired, and I paint miniatures, play video games, and this I'm a streamer, and I'm playing Magnus, son of Thor.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Dude, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Go follow him. He does amazing things
on occasion.
On all occasions. Retired 11 Bravo. And then we're gonna go to the 4:30 mark at Miss I Am Tindy. Why don't you tell the people about who you are and what you what character you're playing tonight?
Well, all my friends call me Tindy. And I'm just an unsupervised chick on the internet. And why is the rum gone? That's who I am.
Paging Mr. Tenderly.
And I'm playing Mr. Biscuits, who's a intergalactic space pirate. He's here for your loots and to make biscuits on your face. So it doesn't look good for you.
It's looking dangerous. Coming up to 3 o'clock mark, we've got the Crippler, aka CommodoreZed. Tell the people about you. Tell the people about your character.
Hey, it's me. It's CommodoreZed. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing fine. I'm a streamer. I do mostly tabletop RPG things lately. World of Darkness, but we are now wrapping up the World of Darkness games, and we'll be soon starting a Avatar: The Last Airbender, Avatar Legends role-playing game set in a groovy 70s era, which will be great. But less about me, more about the game. I'm playing the Crippler, a spider-enhanced former soldier, KIA, secret identity, has a real hard-on against justice, wants to see the bad men get punished, and does it with crippling style.
Thank you so much, CommodoreZed. And then at my 1 o'clock mark, you can't see her. She's the ghost in the computer. It is Voltgeist, played by NerdAtart. You want to tell the people about you and tell the people about your character a little bit?
Hello, everyone. I am NerdAtart. I'm not really a streamer, but I am the other half of TeamWildwood, and I play a vampire on Monday nights, and on Wednesday nights, I am lucky enough to be kind of the mysterious man in chair character at this point for our newfound superhero team that's coming together here in the streets of Hell's Kitchen.
Thank you so much, NerdAtArt. Going around to my 9 o'clock, we've got Kung Fu Spaghet as played by the magnanimous TeamWildwood. Tell the people about you and your character, my friend.
Yo. I am TeamWildwood, the other half of TeamWildwood. And I play lots of random video games, lots of retro stuff, RPGs, and do lots of co-op stuff with all of these people, various gaming and whatnot. But tonight, one of those things is I am Kung Fu Spaghet, and I am a superhero that was once a scientist, but I had an unfortunate quantum wheat incident, and we were trying to make some very sustainable food, and instead I now have spaghetti limbs and whatnot. But doing what I can, trying to use my very awkward powers to fight for the greater good and justice and all that Avengers-y stuff. So I'm here doing it with the unofficial Mr. Biscuits Angels.
The unofficial Mr. Biscuits Angels. That's
I don't
amazing.
think we've locked it in yet because no one's.
Yeah, we're still waiting. We're still waiting to see what the team comes up with.
Could
a
you
name.
type those out? Because they come out and then they're immediately gone from my brain.
Yes, we can
We
get
have
those
like
put
a
into the
list.
group.
We can
Someone
kind of
put them
like
in the
vote
group.
on
Let's
them and
narrow those down. And then finally, at my 7:30 position, we have the lovely lady who levitates with lavender limbs, aka wings. Sakura, don't forget the underscore, playing Dragoness tonight. Saki, would you like to introduce yourself and your character you're playing as?
Hi, I'm Sakura, variety streamer and crazy lizard, playing Dragoness thanks to a Hydra experiment in the 60s. I have been slowly turning into a dragon, currently over 8 feet tall and wielding dual swords, and providing a core of superhero experience to the team, also natural to Queen.
Absolutely. Well, listen, guys, we have a couple of things for you out there in the live chat. If you type in exclamation point followed by your character's name, and you want to know more about their stats, those things will pop up on the screen here directly in front of us. But that being said, we're going to dive into tonight's session. And we begin tonight with our heroes walking and gliding to the location that was told to them by the informant. The morning sun casts bright rays throughout the city streets. It feels too calm this morning. You've been through so much. Magnus, I want you to think back to the previous session, after the battle with Bullseye, and his cryptic message about you being marked and your vision. Have you told the team about it, and how did it make you feel?
I did. Yeah. Magnus told them about it. He's not worried about it at all. Obviously, he's an Asgardian, so he can take care of anything here on Midgard.
How does the rest of the team feel about his vision?
Hubris.
Crippler, what do you think?
Probably a little ashamed to have a vision. Not sure if he believes in what he's saying, but going with he's trusting in it right now. He doesn't seem too bothered by it, so not like I'm gonna persuade him otherwise.
Spaghet?
Yeah, I'm not focused on it too much, just because someone could be messing with them, and I'm not convinced. And now that we got this new group that's already kind of given us direction, I'm waiting for the super sentient smart computer to crunch some numbers and tell us what's really going on, I think.
Speaking of the super sentient smart computer, Voltgeist, I know you overheard the vision. How does Voltgeist feel about it?
Oh man. Voltgeist is internally fangirling at the idea of going up against Psylocke. What? Like, what? She's having a moment here. Outside, she's terrified. Psylocke under some like hand mind control possession stuff. That's not good. Not good at all. And as the storyteller and I had discussed pre-game, Pier 90 is like 2 blocks from my base. So rule number 1, do not lead the hand back to my base, guys. Like, do not bring them back here. I will be very mad.
Mr. Biscuits, you were there when he was overcome by his vision. What's your reaction?
The way that Mr. Biscuits feels about this is the meme of if your cat could talk to you, they wouldn't. Mr. Biscuits is very indifferent about visions, or they're not very like interesting or anything. Let Mr. Biscuits know when there's something in it for her.
Yeah, I don't know.
Tell me when you have a vision about me swimming in loot.
Dragoness, you were friends of the X-Men for 30 years. Knowing Psylocke, knowing this vision concerned her, how does it make Dragoness feel?
Disturbed. I've heard of dozens of these events, and they are always dicey.
Do you guys feel like you talk, or do you walk toward your next destination in silence? I think I know what the Crippler would do, but I'll allow the Crippler to discuss it.
I'm waiting to hear what other people have to say. So I'm not the first person to say something. I have 2 ears, 1 mouth. So I'm waiting for others to hear their feedback so I can play off of them. If necessary.
Well, I am quietly working in the background, trying to do as much reconnaissance on Pier 90 as I possibly can before our hero group arrives. So if there are any security cameras in the area, I want to be in those if possible. And I'll also have my fleet of drones following closely with my superhero group. You guys will notice up in the air, a good 20, 30 feet above you, you're going to see some little drones about the size of CDs just kind of flittering around, watching what you're doing. I'll come over the comm, say, no need to worry, guys. It's just me.
Let's go ahead and get a logic check. Target number for this is going to be, let's make it 14. 14 on the dot without even factoring in any bonuses. So you can hack into the camera system that's located at Pier 90. Pier 90, what you see when you're looking there is in the early phases of getting open for business for general public to be able to come in, go browse the docks, different things like that. You are able to see a parking lot, and you're also able to see another lot that is a dilapidated metal building of sorts from your vantage point. That it's uncertain whether or not that is the specific place that you're going to go, but you're pretty positive that is where the team needs to be headed toward, as based on by the description of Asa Asahi.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's definitely the thing that stands out. Here's our target, guys. Is there electricity running to the building, internet, anything like that?
To the warehouse?
Yes, to this dilapidated warehouse that I'm looking at, I guess.
There's a little bit of electricity, no internet access. It seems that from your vantage point, it seems like it's been long abandoned as far as that goes.
Okay, so if I were to look up like who owns the building or whatever, it wouldn't be anything too interesting, just standard
Standard city ownership for the most part. It's fallen into the city. No one specifically owns it. It's city property at this point, but they aren't doing anything with it.
All right. So yeah, I'm gonna let the team know. Oh, Zed.
Oh yeah, how long of a walk is it?
From where you guys originally were, it was quite a few blocks away. From where you originally were. Based on general mapping, somewhere between 18 to 24 city blocks as far as that goes. So you guys have a good distance that you can cover should you choose to want to do that.
Vote lady. If we know where we are going and there will be a battle there, perhaps we should let the authorities know so they can clear the civilians out of the way. We don't want innocents hurt.
That is a public access pier, so I'll see what I can do to get everyone cleared without arousing too much suspicion.
Don't worry about suspicion. I've got the team.
Nerdwire, is there anything I can do for that? Maybe some sort of small emergency that might get civilians out of the way?
What kind of small emergency would you like to do?
Let's say that one of the incoming boats to the pier suddenly loses their navigation control, and maybe the pier kind of hard, so we'll have to.
Okay.
Not destroying it, but just enough that people will have to leave the area.
Call the cops. You're like, I'm going to ram a ship. Like,
I like
what?
it. I like it.
Calling the cops isn't going to do us much good right now. We're definitely supposed to be keeping this on the down low. So yeah, we gotta clear out people without causing too much damage, but enough that people will have to clear out.
As you're saying that, there is a ferry that's traveling in the morning. It has cargo crates on it. It does look like it's just trying to carry general supplies into another pier. It's not really aiming for Pier 90, but if you would like to make it aim for Pier 90, we can do that.
I would, and I wanna make sure I reduce the speed to like non-lethal damage here. We wanna tap it. We don't want to hit it hard.
Okay. Let's go ahead and set that target number for you at a 14 as well.
Oh,
you got a fantastic success. So describe for me exactly what you want to have happen with this boat.
nice.
Okay, so these poor cargo boat operators are suddenly going to see all of the control panels on their ship start to go haywire. Things are turning off, on, blipping, all sorts of crazy stuff is happening. And a small alarm starts to sound as the engines die, and the boat turns slightly towards Pier 90, and they can't seem to resume control of it. So it ambles on, and it bumps Pier 90 at a decent speed, enough that a couple of the crates kind of fall off the side and onto the pier, send some things scattering, and so people start to make their way out of there.
So we have on the surveillance footage that you can still see because you're still tapped into there. You see a few people that scatter off of the pier and more towards the front side where the entrance is to be able to get out onto the pier. There's a little bit of screaming, but no, not massive pandemonium. There is an official that you can still see that walks out. Unfortunately, these cameras do not have audio, so you don't really know exactly what he's saying, but it does look like he is waving everybody on and out from the pier and into the building, tapping into the cameras inside of the building. You see them get ready to go ahead and evacuate, and it looks like someone is on a phone. Calling. Who knows? Could be construction, could be police. But the people that are there at that location do vacate, and it seems like a few of the employees get sent home. Just one lone guardsman sitting in the front of the building there. So it does look like you had a really, really solid success on evacuating the location.
Fantastic.
Collateral damage. Like it.
All right, guys, I got you a distraction. Looks like we have one guard out front, but I can't say what's inside.
I jump up into Dragoness's arms, and Mr. Biscuit says,
Oh my goodness, you know what would be so cool? Miss Voice Lady, sir, should totally get you a backpack I can ride in.
I'm sorry, Tindy, can you repeat that
cat
for me? The
pack.
kiddo is being a little crazy.
Mr. Biscuits was recommending that Miss Voice Lady Sir get Dragoness a fancy backpack that she could ride in.
Oh, we can do that for you.
I like it.
Instead of having to be held.
As you guys continue walking,
I could sew something up myself.
Well, do it.
as you continue walking, you see that there's a paper boy that has a stack of papers. And he's loading them off into the newspaper machine on the block. On the cover is a headline. It's Daily Bugle. And the headline reads, Vigilante bloodbath in Hell's Kitchen. Masked menaces leave a trail of dead assassins. Public cheering. But should they be?
Aha! Words of our exploits have gone to the masses. Huzzah.
Really, that's not about us.
Yeah, that's about us.
Okay.
Can't say I'm
About-
happy with that myself.
About the trail of death.
Why? Oh, the villains, leaving a horde of brutally hacked up villains is glorious, right?
They're kind of punching down.
Yeah, going forward, we should probably discuss holding off on the use of lethal force, guys.
So heavily contused and bruised and concussed villains. Huzzah!
Precisely.
Does anyone choose to try to
Oh
read
my goodness, what were y'all doing?
Does anyone choose to try to read the newspaper article?
Oh yeah, I saw I was going by. That's what I was referring to it.
Perfect.
I'll buy a paper.
Dragoness inserts the quarter.
I'm amazed
Door
as a
comes
paper
open.
boy.
Right? Dragoness inserts a quarter. Machine opens up. Takes one out. As you flip open the paper, right on the front page, article, byline, J. Jonah Jameson.
Of course.
Hell's Kitchen, once a hotbed of crime, now apparently the latest playground for mask-wearing thugs who think justice comes from the impact crater of the ground or the blade of a sword. Early this morning, a group of self-proclaimed heroes engaged in a rooftop massacre of alleged assassins. Cameras on Sky Tower caught masked figures, animal hybrids, and even a flying dragon woman raining destruction on what police are now calling an ongoing criminal investigation. Convenient. Sources say the vigilantes didn't just fight. They executed. One attacker was reportedly hurled from a rooftop, one sliced in half, and two more dropped off the side of the building in a scuttle. Let me be perfectly clear. Murder is murder, whether you're in a ski mask or a spider suit. The Daily Bugle does not condone vigilante justice, no matter how good the PR looks in the rearview mirror. Hell's Kitchen needs answers, not more shadows.
Oh, y'all
that was
didn't
great.
tell me you were doing a murder.
Oh, well, murder are strong words. We defended ourselves.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of us here have a criminal history, so
To be fair, I
we're
didn't
gonna let
realize
Shield
how
clean up this
squishy-
one, but We should try and be a little more careful in
I
the.
see Voltgeist talking, but I don't hear Voltgeist talking in Discord.
Yes, I see what's going on. Oh, people can hear me. People can hear me, but you guys can't hear me. It's doing that weird thing it was doing earlier where it's muting one and not the other. Okay, so no, I was just telling the team. Most of us, if not all of us, have some sort of criminal history. So all I can say is Shield's gonna do their best to clean up this one, but we should probably be more careful in the future. I saw that head nod, Crippler. I'm not looking at you.
We're in good company to be hated by Jameson.
Perhaps I could get one of those cool masks like Crippler.
Gimmick infringement.
What was that, Crippler?
That's gimmick infringement, brother.
Oh, I don't want to steal your thing.
You continue walking. And eventually you make it to Pier 90. The sun has fully crested over the skyline, casting a sharp golden glow across the Hudson. Seagulls chatter from above, circling in slow spirals. The rhythmic slap of waves against the retaining wall plays under the growl of passing cars, the honk of horns, and the clatter of nearby construction. A lone parking attendant stands near the edge of the pier, half asleep in a folding chair with a coffee cup clutched in one hand and a Daily Bugle in the other, but he doesn't even look up at you as you pass. Above him, a sign that's lit up in blue, Pier 90. Very clearly, recently evacuated. You notice on the site, the construction workers getting ready to go in to try to make a little bit of repairs on the dock, and some emergency crew moving a boat away. Just a few yards away, a street musician sits on an overturned milk crate with a steel guitar in his lap. The tune he plays is slow and haunting, a dusty blues riff that somehow cuts through the city noise. You can't hear the words, but the feeling of the song lingers in your bones. There is sorrow in it. And as you round the corner of the lot, you see it. The warehouse. It's old and dilapidated. Rust cakes the seams of the old metal siding, eating away at the joints like rot on a wound. The fence around the perimeter sags in spots, patched with barbed wire and crude repairs. Storage crates are strewn about the lot, half covered in tarps and tagged with graffiti. The building looks abandoned.
I look at the musician. I look back to this. What if that's Mysterio?
I got you cut down a lot, Zed.
Yeah,
I
you're
wonder if
cutting out
that's
quite a lot.
I wonder if that's Mysterio. I look to the musician. We should find out. Or not.
I typed it in chat. Magnus would take off suddenly and go to like the engineers and stuff, kind of come down. You all must leave. This dock is very dangerous, and there's about to be more. If you get to my drift, run that way.
So we got two things going on. We got the Crippler approaching the musician, and we've got Magnus who's flown onto the pier. We'll start with Magnus. As you've approached them very quickly, mind you, dropping in front of them. Was it quick you dropped in front of them, correct?
No. I just kind of float down.
I got you. Okay, very cool.
No.
They kind of turn and look at you and they fanboy a little bit. Just a little bit. They're in awe. They're like, "Oh my gosh, it's Thor."
They don't say that, do they?
They say that out loud to you.
No. Thor is my father.
Wait, Thor has a son?
You must leave. Of course. Haven't you read the sagas?
The only thing that we really know is he shows up here every, year or so to take down some big bads that come from space, but...
Yes, I believe it would be best if you all ran inland
What kind of danger are we talking here? Do we need to get more emergency workers out here?
No, not till probably this afternoon. You should run. You are in very grave danger. Get off the pier, please.
I'm gonna reach out to my shield contacts and ask them to set up some kind of inconspicuous roadblocks to try and prevent any incoming traffic from this point forward.
They look at you. 1 second, actually. Voltgeist, let's go
I'm
ahead
in the
and,
background, face palming.
let's go ahead and let you go ahead and do that. No need to roll. You're in touch with your shield contacts. We'll have the roads blocked. Says who is your shield contact? Anyone in particular, a name that you care for?
Well, I'm probably not high up enough to call Nick Fury directly or anything like that. So let's say Maria Hill.
That'll work. Maria says,
Maria Hill.
We've got it. We'll get people on the scene. Anything that we need to be concerned about?
Seems like we might have a hand hideout here at Pier 90, but we don't have any information yet, so I'll keep you guys posted.
Thank you. And then we go back to the gentleman working on the pier, and they're standing there and they're looking at Magnus pretty quizzically, a little confused as to why this man who looks like Thor but is not Thor is telling them that there's going to be danger, when the only danger they see right now is the boat that has crashed into the side of the pier, and the fact that things have been seeming a little strange this morning. And they're not fully trusting exactly what you're saying. They're a little skeptical. So Magnus, what I'd like for you to do in order to convince them, let's go ahead and get an ego check. Your target number for this, we'll say it's a little. It's not routine. It's not challenging. It's a little more on the difficult side. Your target number is going to be 14 on this as well.
Yeah, he is worshipped. So.
That is right. So let's take that down to a 12. Thank you. Even though they're a little skeptical, they're still looking and they're still listening, and they say and they look to you, and the leader of the construction crew there looks at you and says, "Where do you suggest we go?"
Go inland. Away from the piers.
All right.
Please. Quickly.
Hey boys, do what the man says. And he turns around, waves them on with a circle of the finger, and pushes them out of the pier construction area. There's only
turn.
eight or so people.
Up and turn and go to the ship. And do the same with them. It says, do not disembark.
Now that we've blown the surprise.
There we go.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's so much better. You're way louder for me too.
Oh, sorry, bro.
No, you're good.
Big deal.
My
It's
level
good.
got pushed down to 25%.
That's why it was cutting out. I guarantee it. Thank you so much.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's okay. Crippler, as you were saying though, now that the element of surprise has been blown.
Surprise has been blown.
Mhm.
I'm going to try to get a very good. I want to take a vigilance danger check to see what's still remaining
In the pier?
on the pier. Yep.
Go ahead and do that. We're gonna make that just a 12.
All right. I have the edge because it's a vigilance danger check because of spider sense.
What kind of danger are you looking for too? You looking for enemies?
Well, it
You're
doesn't
looking
matter
for
anyway. I did
people?
not get it. I have the edge, so I'm going to re-roll the 1.
Mm-hmm.
People.
Okay.
Oh, I really meant to roll 1, so I got.
It's okay. We'll take the 6. We'll take the 6.
We'll take the 6. Okay, then 6. Then we got it.
We'll gladly take the 6. As far as you can surmise, Crippler, the boat suffered minimal damage. Nothing that's going to cause it to sink. The people on the ship can disembark safely. With assistance, should you guys provide them assistance, Magnus and Crippler. I know Dragoness is also there.
Base palming.
Would you guys like to help the 5 or so crew that are on that boat go ahead and disembark as well?
Well, no, I was talking about who's left on the pier, who hasn't left. Like hand people.
Hand people.
That's what I was looking for. I was looking for obvious people that were there who haven't left the pier.
No hand. No hand.
No hand.
There was only
obviously
construction
hand is-
people, and there was only the crew of the boat that crashed into the pier. That was all that was left, and then the gentleman that is standing guard at the parking lot out front.
Okay.
I'm not going to help with the boat then, for sure, because that's not why we're here. That was just a distraction.
That was just a distraction. Yes.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a subtle distraction, but that didn't quite work out. Although I'm going to let Magnus know over his earpiece. I'm going to say, hey, Magnus, just give that boat a good shove. I'm restoring control right now. They can get out of here.
Right. We'll grab, if a couple people have come off already, we come up and say, whoop, they go back up on the boat, come around and give it a good boom push.
That is amazing. It's amazing. They prepare for the push, and all of them kind of lurch backwards a little bit as the boat kind of goes underneath the pressure that you've put behind it to give it a nice little push with some speed, mind you, but nothing too dangerous. It's just to get them back up to their normal traveling speed. They just weren't prepared for it. The boat scuttles off down the Hudson as far as that goes.
Give them a good wave, turn around and fly down to the Crippler.
You see one young man waving very enthusiastically back at you and saying, "Thank you, Mr. Not Thor." Oh, man. All right, so pier is evacuated. There's nobody there, save for the lone guardsman, who will most likely not leave his post. Do you guys want to do anything with him? And then I want to come back to the musician. We'll do that. We'll double back. No one doing anything with the guardsman. Okay, cool. So he can stay and do his job.
He's way back, and he's gonna be hard to.
All right. So
he's doing his duty.
We're gonna go to Crippler, who is approaching the musician, who is just sitting there on his milk crate playing his steel guitar. You hear the bluesy riffs that he's dropping. What do you do?
What do I do? What does the Crippler do? Okay, so the Crippler will approach him. He's not threatening. He's not cracking knuckles. Not making any noises. Giving any threatening looks. But he is wearing his ski mask. And he just approaches and goes, "So everyone else left when the ship crashed into the pier. Why are you still here?"
Man gotta eat. Hoping some passerby dumb enough to drop a quarter in my hat. And then he points down at his hat. Continues riffing.
Oh, he goes, "Well, I'm not that dumb." Yeah, that's a riff.
I'm gonna pull out my wallet from like 20 feet away, pull out a $5, throw my arm way over towards that man's hat, drop a $5 and say, "Play some fight for you, my man."
He looks at the $5 bill, which he hasn't been tipped anything hardly all morning. Like in the pandemonium of everybody leaving, like no one stopped to listen. No one stopped to listen. He continued playing, but no one stopped to listen. And he goes, "How do you feel about Final Countdown?" And as he does it,
Yes,
you hear
yes.
that.
Are we paying the bond? Oh, yes. So he opens a little pouch and he pulls a little gold coin. "Here, bard, play on."
He plays with such fervor. He's seeing gold get dropped. He's seeing $5 bills get dropped. This man doesn't get tipped very often, mind you. Like steel guitar out in the middle of the street typically doesn't get tipped that often. He's not the greatest musician, so it's doing the job for him. But he continues to play, and enthusiastically, mind you, continues to play.
Gentlemen, we have
Yes.
work to do.
The scald will tell the tale of our glory. Always pay the scalds. They make you look good.
Oh, he's gonna make us look real good with that gold coin you gave that man.
He kind
But a
of
pittance.
he looks at the crippler.
Are you from Asgard or Norway?
Oh man!
Asgard.
The musician looks at the crippler and he says, "What's a scald?" As he's still just playing Final Countdown.
Don't encourage him.
Understood. And he continues playing. Do you guys approach the warehouse?
Oh, let's go in.
Are there any
We
windows
flipped
or
our
anything if I send my
mutes.
drones around the
It is
building?
unmuted for
Ah,
chat,
damn.
but it's muted for us. Again, Voltgeist.
I don't understand why it keeps doing that. Anywho, yeah, can I send
To
my
from
drones
the
ahead
air,
to scout if
rest
there's
on the
any
ground.
windows, how many entrances, exits, all that stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Just give me a quick vigilance check.
Magnus and I.
Difficulty will be, well, how close are you wanting to get? Let me ask that.
Pretty dang close. My drones are pretty small. They're only about the size of like a CD or so. So
Difficulty
pretty close.
12. What's your vigilance bonus there?
+3, so I got 13.
All right, very cool. So you can fly your drones in, and you said you want to see how many entrances and exits there are for this building?
Yeah, entrances, exits, if there's any windows I can see into.
There's actually quite a lot that you can see into in this warehouse. As you fly your drones over, you'll notice that they're missing portions of the metal roof that is on this all steel metal building as well, allowing quite a lot of light to be able to go through. You can see several windows facing the Hudson, but no windows on the sides or the front of the building. On the front of the building, there is a person-sized door as well as a gigantic warehouse rolling door that you could lift up as well. And then leading out to the back of the warehouse, you do notice that there is a descending ramp that also has a closed-off door that goes down and into the water. But it's kind of rusty, and that door has rusted down toward the bottom. What else would you like to see?
If I can see anybody moving around inside the building at all?
No one that you notice. Inside of the building, there are containers. Just old, abandoned, mostly empty containers. And you can also see, uncharacteristically, a cauldron in the center of the building. A fairly large cauldron.
Okay, guys, this is a little weird. I'm not seeing any movement inside, but there's kind of a conspicuous witch's cauldron, for lack of a better description.
Invisible ninja witches. I knew it.
Me and Dragoness can come in through the top, and you can come in through the front. Or somewhere else.
Is there sewer access? I mean, can we come underneath the pier?
Mm-mm. It's sitting on a concrete slab.
If I drop one of my drones through one of those holes in the roof, can I see anything else inside? Any other motion, or does it appear to be empty inside for sure?
Feel free, but it attempts to be empty as far as you can tell.
I'll open any of the doors that are there.
We should just open the big bay door all at once, all as a team style. It'll be cinematic.
Easy peasy.
Do it.
As you guys walk through the yard, walking your way toward the large warehouse door, you pass by the old cargo containers. The graffiti. It's nothing of note, just a bunch of different names, different people spray painting whatever tag name that they want to have on there. See a little bit of Don plus Sherl spray painted on one of the cargoes. But it seems pretty quiet. You approach the door. With your powers combined, no effort is taken in opening up this door. It creaks loudly, squealing rust on metal against rust on metal. And it lets a lot of light in. But as soon as you open that, the moment you cross the threshold, the ambient city noise cuts out like a snapped radio wire. Inside, it's too quiet. The air is stale. You pass a series of old cargo containers inside, their doors half open, revealing dusty equipment and mold-stained linens. One of them holds a broken office chair. Another has a black robe hanging limply on a hook. As you step into the open center of the warehouse, a chill crawls across your skin. There, in the middle of the space, sits the cauldron that Voltgeist just described. It's enormous, large as a man, and made of some unnaturally dark metal, pitted and rough with deep grooves carved into its surface. Around it, the concrete has been broken up, and what remains is dirt, dry and cracked, and brown decaying grass poking through in clumps. But a black liquid oozes in lines coming from the base of the cauldron, filling those carefully cut grooves in the ground that form a strange symmetrical symbol. From above, thin shafts of sunlight pierce through holes in the rusted roof, casting light and shadow across the chamber. It's a strobing effect. It's subtle, but enough to make your mind feel like it's catching something in your periphery. Just as your body starts to unclench, the tension begins to slip from your shoulders. Crippler, I'd like for you to make a vigilance check.
Okay. I have the edge.
Mm-hmm.
I'll reroll that one. That's fine. So that's 14, 15.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative. You do not get surprised.
Okay. I have double edge on initiative.
Heck yes.
Oh, does something happen?
Yes. As you...
Off my,
As everyone turns and you bring attention to it, Crippler, as everyone turns and looks at what you are now bodied up against and ready for, they notice that 3 hand mystics form out of thin air, decloaking. Decloaking. And as they are forming, their bodies are smoke. Their bodies are smoke. But then it eventually gives form to a full-on actual physical form that you recognize as hand mystics. So I am going to see how everybody else did real quick. We had...
I got a 12.
You got a 12? All right. And then I
17.
saw Voltgeist got a...
Have we fought these guys before?
You have never fought these guys.
Okay, well, you said you recognize as mystic, so I was curious why we recognized them.
I've never fought them before, so I would not recognize them.
Okay.
You know, it's fine. So,
just curious if we fought them.
Tomato, tomato. You've never fought them, but they're definitely dressed in hand garb.
There's some hand
and they're
homies,
magical,
yeah.
so...
We've seen some ham.
All right.
I got 11, by the way.
Does a
Okay.
6 on the Marvel die get you into the bonus round, or is it just a
No.
Marvel?
It does. No,
Yeah.
the Marvel symbol
Just
does.
the Marvel. Okay,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
checking.
Marvel symbol, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dragoness looks like she gets into the bonus round, and she's got a...
Nice.
Wait, were we supposed to be rolling 2 in 1? I only rolled 1 in 1.
Yeah, you need to roll 2 of them. 2 of the standard and 1 of the Marvel facet. I need to pull up Dragoness's sheet here real quick.
So you want me to just roll 1 more?
You can re-roll
And
the whole
add
thing
on.
if you want to, if you would like. 6, 3, 9, 6, 18. Nope,
Well,
my apologies.
That was worse.
15. What did you end up getting? What'd you get on your original roll?
My original being 1 short, I got 12. This one is 7, 8, 9, 10.
With the 2 that you rolled before? Oh my gosh, yeah. Just roll 1 more purple. Just do it like that. Let's go with your bigger roll here.
Okay, so a 12 plus 4 is 16.
Yep. All right. Mr. Biscuits got a 16.
Okay. Crippler
And
got a
then-
17.
Magnus
Mr. Biscuits is feeling hungry.
got a 13. Voltgeist, did you do an
Meow.
initiative check here? You did. You got a 13, looks like. Plus your vigilance.
Yeah, with the modifier at 16.
All right. 16. And then I will do my roll. All right.
Thanks.
Got a 17. All right. So the order of operations here, Dragoness is in the bonus round, but when we return back, it is going to go Crippler, Mr. Biscuits, Voltgeist, the Mystics. Hang on, you got a 16 Voltgeist? Never mind, my apologies. The Mystics, then Voltgeist. And then we will have Dragoness back again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Magnus.
Did Magnus get in?
Yeah,
Not in the bonus round.
you got in. You
Okay.
you
Just
got
at
in.
the bottom. Okay.
Close to the bottom, but not the very bottom. Spaghet will be bringing up the tail end. So, order of operations will go. Dragoness will kick us off with a bonus round. Then it will go Crippler, Mr. Biscuits, the Mystics, Voltgeist, Dragoness, Magnus, and Spaghet. That'll be the order of operations here. So, around you, they are definitely positioned at a decent distance, but this warehouse itself essentially is approximately 30 feet wide by 80 feet long. There is no second story to give you guys a little bit better understanding of what it is. It's just an extremely
Just an
high
empty
vaulted
box.
roof. Yeah, just a big empty box. There are cargo crates around. Those are all empty as well, though. They just provide a little more challenging terrain. These guys are on ground level with you guys and within a movement and a standard action away from you if you guys need to move closer to them. So, Dragoness, what do you do?
I spell special me.
And just as a reminder for those who are watching at home, Sarah uses a text-to-speech app for her communication. So that's why there's a little bit of a delay. If you're watching over on her stream, likely you already know, but exclamation point voice in her chat will allow you to find out more details.
I'm going to spread my wings, leap into the air, with my sword merged in signature attack.
All right, so let's go ahead and do a signature attack. As you do that, what I need you to do is do a melee check for me.
It's very cinematic.
It is. I like the description.
Do it.
2 standard die
The
and
dark,
1 Marvel
the shaft
facet.
of light in the dark, and just like wings out.
Ooh, we got
Sword,
a
it goes in.
fantastic. But it does look like. What is your? Let me pull up your bonus again on the.
Double 2.
That is natural too, but you got a Marvel die. Let me see here. All right, so +4, so 2, 6, 8, 4 is a 12. 4 is a 12. Is that correct? Yep,
Oh,
4 is-
wait. I have edge.
There we go. Reroll one of those.
Isn't double?
No,
For your standard edge, or do you do have edge for your signature attack, and because you are using your iconic weapon, you also have edge granted to you on that as well. So it is double edge. You are correct. Very cool. So that's an even
Broke the
better
curse.
roll.
broke the
So
curse.
it does connect. It absolutely does connect, and you get to do double damage with that signature attack. Calculating that out for you. Let me pull up your character sheet on my side. That way we can help you out a little bit with the numbers here. So you got a Marvel, which is 6 times your multiplier plus your bonus. Your multiplier is 6 times 4, which is 24, plus your bonus, which is 28. And because it is a fantastic result, that is double damage. So that is 16, you're the one, 56 points of damage done to one of the hand mystics that are standing before you. Very good job. Very good job. A nice way to
Well
kick off
done.
the
I
fight.
ram the hilt into Thier's solar plexus, then deliver a blow to the head with my elbow.
That is amazing.
Nice.
That is amazing. All right. So we are now at the top of initiative order, and we are going to lead with the Crippler coming in. Hit me
I'm
with
gonna
it.
see what she's just done to the invisible ninja witch that just appeared out of nowhere, and I'm going to follow up by jumping. But I'm going to jump in, and I'm going to land a strike with the ball peen hammer. One quick strike to the elbow, and another one to the hip bone.
All right. Hit me
Just
with your
one,
roll.
but I'm only striking once.
Hit me with your roll.
Hit me with my rolls. Strike. Ooh, rerolling that 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's still 4. Still 5 plus. That's 10. It's still 14.
Very cool. So you do
Plus
end
3,
up
still 17.
making contact with it. And was this the same one that she just attacked, or is this one of the other two?
Same one that she just attacked.
Same one that she just attacked. Wonderful. All right. So that is 3 times your
3 times 4 is 12. Plus 5 is 17 damage.
17 more damage done. Awesome. All right. Very cool. Then we are on to Mr. Biscuits. What do you do?
Mr. Biscuits is pretty fascinated by that cauldron. I don't know what kind of hoodoo voodoo they've been doing with that. But I'm pretty sure I don't want them to keep it. So I want to take the cauldron.
Okay. What I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you make a melee check at a difficulty. Legitimately at a difficulty of a 22.
Eee.
Get that 666. Get that
Not meant to be
666, yo.
consumed.
It's
That's
not meant to be
666.
He knows the MO of my character.
It's true. You did say it was the size of a man, and your eyes were like, oh.
I mean, he knows dang and well if it ain't nailed down.
It's nailed down. That's why it's a 22.
Oh, what the heck?
Oh gosh, it wasn't meant to be.
All right.
It just was not meant to be.
So we are on to the Mystic's turn now. As one of them has taken quite a lot of damage.
So mad.
Can you describe for me what happens when you try to do this? Actually, Mr. Biscuits, let's hear it. She's gonna punch me.
The cauldron. And they clearly think that this cauldron is so important. They've been doing stuff with it, and so I want it. And I open my mouth and I shoot my tentacles forward and grab a hold of it and try to pull it in. And I have a little bit of performance anxiety, and it's too much right now. And my tentacles come flying back as they lose their grip on the cauldron, and they even kind of slap me a little bit. It's a little embarrassing.
But no damage. No damage.
No, it's just enough to make you feel bad.
As you had wrapped your tentacles around the cauldron as well, you notice something about it, though. You notice that it doesn't stand on pedestal legs of any sort. It is actually sealed onto the ground beneath it. There is no airspace between the base of the cauldron and the ground that is on there. So just to let you know. Now we are on to the mystics.
A cat. I could totally see a cat try to do a thing and then go. Turn and walk off their tail up.
Yes. So the mystic.
Fine, fuck you then.
Right. The mystic that is standing right next to the crippler. What they do is that they take their movement and they back up 5 spaces.
Okay.
But they look at Dragoness and they are going to use the ability copy ability. And what that does is they are going to copy the ability score. So their melee defense and melee attack score from Dragoness. Dragoness, your melee defense and attack is a 4.
I'm sorry, guys.
They're going to have your melee defense now.
Better yours than mine.
All right. Then
is this move like something they project? How are they doing this?
Do we see it?
Is this something we can like use a reaction to mess with?
You can attempt to, but it is a non-rolling ability from that. But it is an ability that basically all you know is that whenever it happens, the mystic's body bulks up slightly. The mystic's body bulks up.
Oh, there is a visual.
There will be a visual.
We don't know what happened, but all of a sudden they all got buffed.
Yep, the flavor. Okay. They look at Dragoness. They make eye contact, and the body bulks up pretty large, as far as that goes. The other 2 mystics that are in the room. One notices Mr. Biscuits has approached the cauldron and has spewed out these tentacles from her mouth. And what this one is going to do is this one is going to
OHG no.
Spend some focus. And they are going to hit you with a full sensory mirage. I need to make a logic check to be able to do so.
I'm starting to feel overstimulated already.
What was your logic defense?
Logic defense? I mean, I'm a cat. How much of that could I possibly have?
I don't know. I feel like you would have a lot. Didn't we build her to have some good logic?
Oh, my logic defense is a 11.
Okay. I rolled a 13 without accounting for any bonuses. So just to let you know, it is a 13 plus 5, so I rolled an 18. Without any
So
extra
why
bonus.
did you even ask me what it was?
I
wasn't
didn't
going to
know.
help any.
Maybe it could have. But inside of this full sensory mirage that happens, you as you blink, everything goes dark, and when you open your eyes again, you're standing in front of a hoard of gold. A hoard of it. Treasures from interplanetary galactic forces and federations. You can see helmets from Asgard, swords from the Kree warriors. Even beyond all of that, what you notice and what you appreciate the most is that on your Flurkin homeworld there is a gigantic golden cat tree, and it is sitting inside of your vision there. Now, in order for you to come out of that, okay? What you will need to do.
Oh man, he pulled out some good powers on us. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here.
About to get wrecked.
Breaking out the big guns tonight.
I had to, guys. I had to.
About to get wrecked. I love it.
Okay. So this can only go on as long as. So this can go on as long as I can concentrate on the power. So if I run out of focus or become shattered, for as long as I can concentrate on the power, you are stuck in there. But I cannot use other powers. All I can do is attempt to evade or use reactions with that hand assassin, who is clearly trying to protect the cauldron. Okay? So we're going to move into the final mystic. And the final mystic turns her attention at Kung Fu Spaghet. And what that mystic ends up doing.
Oh, biscuit.
I almost said that biscuit. What that biscuit ends up doing. What that biscuit do? What that mystic ends up doing is they are going to activate. Let me get around here on my sheet just real quickly. They are going to activate a defense stance standing next to you. For those of you not in the know, defense stance requires, or my apologies, a defense stance, close attacks on her will have trouble until you successfully attack them. And then they are going to move, and they are going to ram you, Spaghet.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
They got a 10. Did they hit? Probably not. So as they run to ram you, they go to take that step, and they get right within reach of you, and they slam into you, noticing that you're. How did you defend yourself from that ram? Just describe what Spaghet would do.
With my elasticness, I'm just going to. I have my rubber neck, and I have my extended reach and all that. So I'm gonna step my leg to the side and move everything but my head, and just keep my head there until the last second, and then move it out of the way as well. So they just go past me, missing, possibly into a wall or whatever might be there.
That'll work. They slam directly into the steel metal wall of a container. Very, thank you, Magnus. They slam into the steel metal wall of a container, and hitting it with just a little bit of force. They know that they need to stop. They didn't have enough power nor enough time to really do any damage to you, so they bring themselves just enough to a slow in that slam for it to not hurt them or tear through the exterior wall of that container. We are now at Voltgeist. What are we doing, Voltgeist?
All right. Well, I am going to point out to the team that this cauldron seems to be a priority, but I don't know what's going on with Mr. Biscuits, guys. She's acting a little weird, so focus up. Let's take these guys down so we can figure out what we're doing. what am I using here? Battle plan. There we go. Battle plan allows me to give retired Magnus and Dragoness, and Kung Fu Spaghetti still has a move, so I'm going to give all 3 of them edge on their next turns.
Very
Nice.
cool. Very cool. Thank you,
He is the
Voltgeist.
charging enemy. I say you are no juggernaut, bitch.
Speaking of Dragoness, you call him out. You call out the charging enemy and see that they're no juggernaut. What does Dragoness do? You are still within distance of the first one that you attacked during the bonus round, but then the charging enemy is a good distance away. It would take both movements to be able to get to them. Actually, you could fly to them if you really wanted to change directions, but you do have a wounded mystic standing directly in front of you.
I'll keep on the one I'm fighting. I'm going to show them some fire.
Very cool. So you're going to use an elemental blast, and flavored with fire, I believe, isn't it? Elemental burst. My apologies. So elemental burst and flavoring it with fire. What I need you to do for that elemental burst is do an agility check. That does not cost you anything either in terms of focus.
No, actually, I'll let Juggernaut.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I understand. So, your elemental burst is a 10 space range, so you would be able to reach them with that shot. So let's go ahead and have you do an agility check on that. My apologies. I can't think all of a sudden. On that hand mystic.
Oh.
At least it's not 2s.
I don't know that that's a whole lot better. So for Dragoness,
You've got one edge.
Rolling a 8 plus 3 is 9, 10, 11. Unfortunately, that
edge.
does miss. She have edge on the elemental burst?
Of course, it was going so well. Wait, Edge.
Yeah, from Voltgeist.
Oh, yeah. Voltgeist just granted it.
Indeed. Hit it.
It's slightly better, and it's still a miss, unfortunately.
Better.
As the burst of fire comes within shooting distance of the hand mystic, they kind of turn and they look and they see it, but they stand fearlessly, not really reacting to the fact that the fire is nearby them. We do move into now Magnus's turn.
We'll do a kind of a leaping, flying, jump up and smash on not a smash power, but hit the one that's already been damaged.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get a melee check on that one.
Okay. It's like a jump up and superhero landing with a punch kind of thing. So 2.
Go ahead and give me your melee bonus.
2 plus 11. So
it's 11 plus 2. You have more of a bonus than that, don't you?
Yeah, we'll pull up a sheet.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up. It's taking a moment to open.
Oh, I've got edge.
It would be 11 plus 5 anyway for you, because you rolled an 11 plus your melee.
Right.
Go Volk, guys.
7. It would be plus 7.
Plus 7. Yeah.
Yeah. So it is a guaranteed hit. But if you would like to, since you do have edge, if you would like to re-roll that 2, please feel free. It will give you a better score. Never mind. Natural 2s have now cursed Magnus. So
yeah, impact the concrete and just.
Hit me with your numbers here. You did a 2 times 4, which is 8, plus 7 on that. So 8 plus 7 is 15. So that's an additional 15 points of damage done to this hand mystic. Impressive. Very good job. All right. We are now into... and the mystic takes that pummeling. He takes that pummeling, and he's still kind of kicking. He's shrugging it off just slightly. As you come down, crash down on him, you can notice that pieces of his armor and his robes are starting to dissipate. But every time you strike on the mystics, that armor that dissipates into a smoke and flutters away up into the atmosphere slightly. So. Now we are going to go into Spaghet, who also has edge on his next attack roll. You have one that is standing right next to you, by the way.
The one that passed by me and stopped themselves right before hitting into a metal storage container. So I had just stepped to the side and then rubber banded my head at the last second away from them. What I want to do is overcompensate on that rubber banding and zing my head the other way to its full extent, and then headbutt smash back at him with my head.
I like it.
Doing my rubber neck with my flexible bones 2 damage reduction. Hopefully I don't take too much hurt myself, but a lot of hurt.
So we're essentially trying to do a ram. Is that what you're trying to do? A ram with your head utilizing rubber neck? Is that how you're wanting to function? I don't think so, because
it wouldn't be movement at all.
No, you won't take any damage either if you don't have to have any worry about reciprocal damage.
I guess with like the damage formulas or something. That's what you're talking about.
Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do a melee check for that. I really like the flavor that you've added to this. It's so cool.
All right, let's get that.
Hit me with that, Spaghet. All right. So you do need to re-roll that 6 because the one that is standing next to you gives you trouble on any close attacks.
I have edge though from Voltgeist, so just cancel.
Oh, it neutralizes. Yeah, it neutralizes.
Perfect.
So you did end up getting a 13, which is
plus
a guaranteed hit on the gentleman, on the lady rather. I forgot that one was a lady. On the lady that is right next to you. And your head makes contact with what? Describe for me exactly how it goes, and I'll calculate
I just want to headbutt like the back of, because I assume that they're still facing towards the storage crate, just having stopped themselves from hitting it. And then I just want to give them that extra nudge, smash them in the back of the head with a headbutt, and so their head hits the storage container.
Very cool. Very cool. It does end up doing that, and they're slammed up against the storage container with their back kind of slumping against the wall. But the amount of damage that is done is a 4 times 2 plus 3. Is that correct? Is that calculation actually correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think with the ramming formula on a success, it's double damage.
Were you wanting to do a ramming?
Great success.
You'll take regular damage back to yourself.
I will, correct. But I think the flexible bones stop that. Most of that.
Flexible bones just gives you a damage reduction of 1. So this damage is calculated for you. Yeah. It's calculated for what you would do.
So that's fine. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take my.
Yep, you'll take standard damage, which is literally 11 points of damage on that for you, but they will take 22 points of damage to them.
Sure. Sounds like fun.
Good trade.
Very cool.
Right.
Very cool. All right. That does bring us back to the start of the initiative turn order, and we have Crippler, who is standing next to one hand mystic who has been very focus fired from not only Dragoness, but also the Crippler, and also Magnus. A group of 3 of them that are standing right nearby there.
Well,
Crippler,
I am not going to attack the obvious target this time. I saw what Mr. Biscuits was attempting to do, and I think I can perform a similar task. It's maybe in a different fashion, though. Since I am Mighty 2 and can lift a bus, I'm going to leap toward the cauldron and lift it from whatever it's nailed to, and try to and use it as a weapon.
Okay. Let's go ahead. What I'm going to have you do, target number on that for you is going to be... Let's make that one for you a 16.
What?
That is even with that is a 15. That is a 15.
Describe what you were doing
Yep,
and it not releasing.
Karma, right?
I'll
You do
use a
have karma. You're going to use a
I'll
karma
use
to reroll?
reroll the 1.
Give
Yep.
yourself some edge?
Yep. There we go. Very
right.
easily.
All right.
I lift the cauldron up.
So,
Bend with the knees.
Bed with a knee.
as you lift the cauldron, what you realize is that the cauldron is not a cauldron at all, but it is a cap to a stairwell, a very large cap to a stairwell. Let me look at my notes here. From the cauldron itself, you notice that there is a glow of a purple smoke that drips out of the lid instead of a cauldron. It's dim at first, and then it's brighter, and it's a violet light, and it is the same hue that Magnus has seen before in his vision, and it pulses rhythmically, like a heartbeat or a signal. And then, the floor quakes. You feel rumbles, and it's subtle at first, but then it's enough to rattle the steel walls that are surrounding this rundown building. Nearby cargo crates lurch, one sliding an inch with a squeal across the concrete. Dust rains from the rusted beams overhead, and inside, you hear a low, echoing, wet noise. It's a chime, but it's distorted like a massive temple bell struck beneath deep water, muffled and slowed. It rings once, and then there is silence again. We move on to Mr. Biscuits, who is stuck in a mirage of nothing but treasure and everything she could possibly ever want.
Yeah, I suppose I'm pretty content right now, really. I'm... What?
Sit. Just gonna sit.
I mean, what else can I do? And, I mean, let's face it, she's probably pretty happy with what she's looking at, although she probably is somewhatly aware that there's something wrong with this situation. This was not where she was just at. But, dude, the view doesn't suck. It's a pretty decent view.
It's amazing. We move on to the hand mystic, who is now going to focus on the Crippler, who is holding the cauldron above his body. And what they are going to do is they are going to do an ability called Mental Punch.
Nice.
This is a melee check.
Yeah.
It is not an agility
Crippler
check.
got strong.
Give me some.
Just to remind you too, they have Dragoness's melee check.
That's cool. Let's go.
All right.
He's into that.
So
Let's do it.
they're gonna go ahead and roll their melee.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Oh, but that's
that would be a fantastic failure, which means I get to describe it how I want. Something good still happens.
Something good
Most
still
likely,
happens.
I believe. Because that is a 4 plus a 6. That's a 10 plus 4
Correct.
of 14. Is that
you
still...
needed a 15.
I needed a 15.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, all right. So
is gonna be
it's a
cool, though, with
fantastic
these successes.
failure. It's
Yeah.
a fantastic
Yeah.
failure. All right. So what ends up happening is whenever they go to do the mental punch, what they do is they are attempting to use their chi inside of their minds to attack your focus. Now, unfortunately, they don't do any damage directly to you, but what it does make you do is you stumble just a little bit, and you, in the process of stumbling, you drop the cauldron back down, and it hits with force. It is heavy. It hits with force and jams inside the stairwell there, blocking off the staircase. That is what the first one does. The next one, that was standing next to Kung Fu Spaghet. What they are going to do. Let me get up their sheet pulled up. What they are going to do is that they are going to do a telepathic blast to you. It's a logic check to deal some focus damage. What's my target number here?
11.
This is going to the Crippler.
Oh.
What's your logic defense?
Oh, my logic defense is a 10.
Uh-oh.
To hit with the marble die.
So
The focus.
all right, so that is for this. Here's what I'm going to tell you. It is a 6 times 5, which is 30, plus 5, which is 35, multiplied by 2 is 70 focus damage. How much focus do you have?
I have 60. I'm shattered. So you shattered the Crippler.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's happened. He's still alive.
All right. So oh no. So when they turn their attention toward the Crippler and they unleash this telepathic blast directly at him, enraged that he would have the audacity to try to enter their inner sanctum, they unleash this telepathic blast. The Crippler feels an immense pressure inside of his head. And he drops to his knees. And it's not cower. It's not a cower. The Crippler is much stronger than that. He's not afraid. But it is debilitating. And it is extremely difficult to really come back from. Oh, man. All right. Well,
I have a lot of focus, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
No more getting hit.
Oh my gosh. All right. So,
Quick question for you. I do have a reaction called Keep Moving, but it applies to allies that are stunned.
He is considered stunned. He is considered permanently stunned.
Okay, so can I use my reaction? Can I use my reaction Keep Moving to end that condition for him?
No.
So he is considered permanently stunned.
Gotcha.
Ends any concentration powers. The character cannot take any actions right now. But what you can do is you can end the stunned condition. She can end the stunned condition. You would need to spend a karma to be able to try to roll a focus recovery.
He'd be at 1, right?
He would be at 1 in the way that I'm playing this, because I do not intend to permanently debilitate him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Permanent
it's
is
like
really
a
just
double
for the
tap.
set.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the first, no matter what the damage is, the first one stuns you and takes you to 1, whatever stat it is.
Yep.
And then if you get bopped again and you haven't made any kind of recovery, now you're in a problematic death kind of situation.
So would you like to use that as a reaction, Voltgeist?
Yes. Yeah, I'll go ahead. I'm going to come over the comms. I'm going to be speaking directly to the Crippler. Come on, big guy. Rub some dirt on it. Get back in the game.
What do I roll? Because this recovery doesn't say anything about focus.
There is it's in the karma section. On page. One moment here, I'll get it pulled up here for you. was looking at it. I was looking at it earlier because I was afraid that this might happen. So. All right. So this is under recovery on page 36. All right. If a character would like to recover faster, they can spend a point of karma to make that happen instantly. During combat, this requires an action. If the character is unconscious or demoralized, they can still take this action on their turn. If they are killed or shattered, they cannot. But she ended
I'm not
the
shattered,
technical...
I'm demoralized.
Yep. She. That means that you would be able to still yet be able to do this. Now,
Right.
a helper can rally a demoralized character that they can communicate with by making a challenging ego check. On a success, the rally character's focus would return to 1. So, but she doesn't have to do a help reaction. She is using the keep moving reaction, which will automatically restore you back to 1 as well. She doesn't have to do the check. She's using one of her powers to be able to do it. Now, for you, you can spend a point of karma.
I'm gonna leave you with no karma, but that's
You make a roll using your own ability score in either case, whether it is resilience or vigilance. For this, it is going to be vigilance. So it is you are going on a target number of 10 is what you need to roll. So a target number of 10.
all
You
right,
got-
so
you
that
got
is
it?
Yes. Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. So you're back in the game, sir. Oh my god.
Awesome.
Okay. All right. So
How much? And I have 15 focus.
yes, you have 15 focus
Okay,
now.
I have 15 focus now.
Well, it plus the one that she recovered whenever she did keep moving. So 16.
15 focus.
Okay. Very cool. So the final the final one who has continued to keep on concentration powers on Mr. Biscuits realizes that Mr. Biscuits isn't necessarily the threat right now and is going to release the concentration power on the Mirage. Instead, though, what they are going to do is they are going to turn on their defense stance, and then they are going to move 5 more spaces back, backing away from the rest of the action. Now we are into Voltgeist's actual turn.
All right. So it's just the one target left, correct?
All 3 are still standing.
Oh, all 3 are still standing. Never mind. Okay. All right. So,
One is at full health,
battle...
one is at mostly full health, and one is at about a third of their health.
All right. All right. So once again, I'm going to be using battle plan, and I'll again next 3 that are up get Dragoness and Magnus will all gain edge on their next turn. And all right, guys, 3 still standing. Looks like one of them's at pretty full health, but you almost pegged one of them. Let's take care of this and see what we got underneath that cauldron.
Pegging?
All right, then we move into Dragoness's turn. Just out of curiosity, how does Mr. Biscuits feel about coming out of this mirage of just amazing treasure that was standing before her?
Kind of disappointed, really. You know, I knew that there was something wrong about all of that because I clearly hadn't been there just a moment ago, but it was such an impressive vision that, you know, I was willing to be like, let me take stock of this. And now I'm just like, I need to make some improvements. I've got some more thievery that needs to be done so that my stockpile can look this good.
I'm sorry, I took it away almost as soon as it came in.
I'm going to wail on the guy near me that I hurt before.
All right. So is a melee check?
Yeah, just regular hit with my weapons.
Okay. Let's go ahead and get a melee roll then. Target number for success is going to be a 14 because this one is the one that is copying your melee ability. And I think that would be a miss. You got a 11 when you count in your bonus on that. But you do have edge, and that brings you up from an 11. Add another 2. That is a add another 3 from 11 to a 14, which is exactly what you needed to get to be able to make a hit there. Congratulations, Dragoness. Your dice. The one that you re-rolled was your facet, correct? Because it re-rolled as a standard dice. You had a 2 on your Marvel facet. We'll put that 5 on the Marvel facet itself. Is the way that I would take that. So you were doing a 5 times 4, which is 20, plus 4, which is 24 damage done to this hand mystic that is standing right in front of you. I almost said biscuit again. This hand biscuit.
I'm scary when I hit.
It is so good. So 24 more damage is
I want
done.
a biscuit.
All right. You want a biscuit? Let's give her a biscuit. All right. So they are still standing. They are still standing. But we are into Magnus's
How hurt
turn.
do they look?
They look extremely hurt. Extremely hurt. Like last legs. They're not going to give up. They're not going to give up. But they are on their last legs.
Is there a spot where there's 2 of these guys that would be kind of between containers?
Where you guys are at, I would say you're all kind of between containers because you're standing. There is one that is over near Spaghet, that is still within reach.
I want to. This is what I've got in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Is I want to go hop over and basically throw a container, knock it across the way through the space of a couple of them. Probably couldn't get to the third because it went out the other way. But I would tell the guys, jump.
They are pretty separated as it stands. You have the one that is just within death's door. You have one that is still at full health that is kind of backed away from everybody else, and then you have the one that is standing next to Kung Fu Spaghet that has taken some damage from Spaghet.
Well,
if I could step out of the way and he could get the 2, sounds like. At least attempt.
We'll let it happen. We'll let it happen. Let's do it in your mind's eye. So you're going to attempt to push a container.
Hop over here and just kind of blam, knock a container through the space. Tell the guys, jump.
Let's see. So this container would be considered big. Target number 4.
I'm considered like 2 sizes larger.
Okay.
Lifting, pushing,
let's go ahead and get a target number roll at a. I mean, you're likely going to do this. It's going to be a melee at a 10. I would be surprised if you don't do it. Oh my god.
Oh.
All right. So you're guaranteed to do it. Describe for me what you do, how it happens, and what ends up happening inside the warehouse when you do that.
I do that like this flying, hop over to this side and bam, bump a shoulder into this, and it just goes No, actually, I kick it. Just kind of go boom, kick it with a foot, and it just skadoosh across the slides across the floor. It's sandwiching.
Yeah.
Two of them.
I imagine it like skipping a stone on the water. It bounces right into the.
All right, so let me see when we're talking about damage here for that.
Yeah, that's a calculation we haven't had to do yet.
All
Hitting
right.
a thing with things.
Yep. So
Yeah,
here's what I want you to do. I want you to do okay, so you got a marble die. So it is going to be 6 with the multiplier, because this is considered big, a multiplier of 1. 6 times 1 would be 6 with a damage attack modifier of 1 as well, which would be another 1. 7, 8 multiplied by 2, which is going to be 16 points of damage done. But here's the thing.
Yeah, because the thing is with the size, because this thing is big, right?
Yeah, it would be considered big.
Okay.
Well, no, hold on. This is more than 8 feet. This is like a 24-foot thing. So this is going to be considered huge, not big. This is like a 24-foot trailer, you know. So it would be 6 times 2, which is 12, plus 2, which is 14, multiplied by 2 is 28. 28 damage is the way that we'll calculate it.
For the multiplier. I was like, why is the multiplier so low?
Check page 39 is where you would find that multiplier on it. And you have up to 5 potential targets that you would be able to hit with it too. So it would be 24 damage spread across. It's 24 damage per target. It's not just 24 damage split between 2 targets. It's 24 damage per target. So that's 48 damage that you're doing with that one. Yes. And you could have done up to 5. So 24 multiplied by 5 is 130 something damage done spread across 5 targets. So it's not low. It just feels low because we're dealing with smaller numbers.
Yeah, we're rank 2.
Yep.
Not into the crazy multipliers.
So as that trailer slides across, hits the one that was at the lowest amount of health, he absolutely smashes through the exterior wall, taking tons of damage hitting it and impacting it. And he ends up going fully unconscious inside of the trailer as it is skidding across the floor into the other one. As it skids across the floor into the other one, which one was it that you targeted? Was it the one near Spaghet or the one that was a little further away?
The one that was mostly damaged.
Okay, there was a one near Spaghet then. As it slams up against the trailer that the other mystic was still standing near, it sandwiches him between two, and you hear it come to a screeching halt and a sickening thud up against there, dealing 24 damage to his body. All right, so we are now at Spaghet. Now, you still have the one that was near you. He's at about half health now. And there is one more that is still at full health that no one has went after yet. And one of them is down. And you have edge.
And I have edge.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And Mr. Biscuits is able, like, his back snapped out of it.
Mr. Biscuits is snapped out of it. They were released from their
So what I want to do is I want to start twisting myself at the torso. And I want to get like a good, like, nice 8 full twists in my spaghetti noodle torso.
Uh-huh.
And then I want to reach out and grab Mr. Biscuits, and we're going to do a fast draw special, but this one's going to be called the Kitty Twister.
Oh no!
And we're gonna unwind
it's like
myself.
A purple nurple.
Yeah, we're gonna unwind myself while holding my arm out as far as I can.
Yes.
I want to just whip. I want to whip Biscuits around so many times that Biscuits starts to reach like insane speeds, and then in hairball special.
Mr. Biscuits is flying through the air at some pretty high speed. So let's go ahead and get an agility check for you. Spaghet? And you're aiming for the one at full health or the one that is closest to you?
I'm sending her to the full health there.
Okay.
That'll be 15.
That is no problem to hit the hand mystic. The hand mystic? My gosh.
Yes.
I should have even made this character. I can't say its name.
You can't even say mystic.
The hand mystic. And now, as Mr. Biscuits goes flying through the air at just massive speeds, her hair kind of coming off in the wind, actually, because it's shedding season, obviously. And the hair is like trailing behind her. She kind of looks like sparkles as she's going across. It's like a cat hair firework. I need you to do a melee check as you make contact with this hand mystic. Very cool. That is a guaranteed hit on that. So
that was a 17.
that is a guaranteed hit either way. Your target number on that for that melee was 11. So just to let you know. So you rolled a 6 multiplied by your melee multiplier plus your bonus. 6 times 2 for you is 12 plus 4 is 16 on this. And what is there anything else on that? It does double damage if it connects, right? Is that what it is?
I don't remember. I mean, it's taking my turn already, so it's technically giving her 2 attacks still as her turn. But I thought there was something. I guess I have to.
1 moment. Yeah, if it's a success, they take double damage. They take double damage.
Nice.
So it is 16 times 2, which is 32 damage done to the hand mystic that is standing there. Very cool. Awesome. All right. So that was a reaction, though. So what else are you gonna do, Wildwood? It doesn't consume your action.
While I'm still like helicopter unwinding from launching that kitty twister attack off, I want to just on one of the times spinning around, I just wanted to bring a nice open hand slap on the guy that's closest to me, coming down from that momentum.
Go ahead and give me the the melee check there. Oh man. What's your bonus? Is it 3 or more?
3.
Oh,
3,
you hit!
Yeah.
It hits!
Yeah,
it hits!
Baby. We got that 6 on that.
Oh yeah, and you do have edge too, but you don't even need to re-roll it unless you want to try to re-roll that 6 and get a marble.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I could get a marble.
You can take the highest.
Oh, it's rolling.
Is it taking forever?
There it goes.
Okay. We keep the 6, or you
It
want to get that 5?
impossible bowled over.
No, we keep the 6.
All right, so it's 6 times. What are you doing? What's your multiplier? Do your math.
6 times the 2 for my rank.
12,
and then plus my 3.
15 more points of damage as you come around, and it's just noodles just slapping the man across the face. There's just butter. It's also butter, so it stings
it's like
pretty bad.
A little bit of butter, yeah, so the noodles don't stick together. How
much damage was that again? Can you remind me? 6 times 2 plus 3, I think, is what you said.
Yeah.
12, 15. All right, thank you.
15er.
All right.
Interesting attack turn.
Very cool.
Oh, the kitty twister. Thank you, Sin.
Do you move, or are you just gonna stay there?
No, yeah, I think I'm good.
All right.
My twisting is like my movement there.
All right. We're back at top of the turn order. Crippler. There is one that the good old Spaghet has done damage to, and there's another one that Mr. Biscuits is currently clawing the face of. So what are you doing?
The Crippler's not happy. So he reaches down, he grabs the cauldron and squeezes it, compressing it, making it smaller, so he can lift it and uses it and swings it at the nearest. Walking 5 steps, swings it at the nearest hand mystic, using it as a club.
Okay, so
aiming for the joints in their back.
Here's what I want you to do, because it wasn't when it dropped, it did embed back into the ground, creating some difficulty. So what I want you to do first is give me a roll of target number of 14 this time, because it's 14. No longer sealed down, and you are extra strong too. guaranteed hit. Whoa, hold up. Wait, there's one too many dice there for some reason.
No, there's a plus
What is
5
that?
that I added to it. My bonus.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's cool. I dig it. I didn't know we could do that. That's cool. All right, so you get a 21 there, my friend. So you go ahead and you pick it up. And then you said you want to throw it at somebody?
No, I don't want to throw it. You're
using it as you're wanting to use it to smash down on somebody.
Yes, I crunch it up and then smash it down on something.
All
I'm
right.
ruining it and using it as a weapon.
So your nearest person that you could smash that down on is going to be the one that is near Spaghet. The other one has retreated further back. So so you'd use double movement to be able to get to that one, or you can go and attack the one that is near Spaghet.
The one near Spaghet.
Okay.
Aiming for the vertebrae.
Improvised weapon here. What you're going to get on this particular thing, because it is big, is going to be a +2 to your modifier.
Okay, so +2 to my modifier will be a 6.
Yep.
Let's go. I have a +5 to hit. I'm adding that into the dice. 20.
All right, so you ended up getting a 20 on that, and it's a guaranteed hit as far as that goes. So that is 5
5 times 6 is 30. +5 is 35.
All right. So as far as that one goes, 35.
Zed, the look on your face, you look so pleased with yourself.
All right. So they're still standing. They take the hit like a champ. But again, as you bring it down, portions of their mask and their armor is just disintegrating to smoke as you see it float away.
Is anything leaking out of the cauldron?
Out of the actual cauldron itself, there was purple.
Yes.
There was purple, like smoky fluid ichor that was leaking out.
Cool.
And as you came through the sky, bringing it down, it was like the streak of purple that was coming down behind that cauldron that you've crushed up like an aluminum can to bring down on the person.
Nice.
All right, now we're on to Mr. Biscuits' turn. Mr. Biscuits, you're out of your mirage. You've scratched the faces of a mystic.
I have. And how many others are left out there still?
There are 2 that is still left. The one that that you attacked, and then the one that Crippler and Spaghet are near.
Yeah, so I'm going to the one that I'm currently like I'm gonna look at him and I'm gonna be like,
If it loses, it swallows its whole.
and I'm going to try and give him a little kiss.
Oh, are you gonna try to swallow him?
Tongue?
Is that what you're doing?
Oh yeah, I'm.
Okay, we're gonna attempt to swallow him.
If it loses, I swallow it whole.
All right. So, for your swallow, let me go and double check what we put on those updated rules.
I have to focus on it.
All right, let me pull this up. So, melee check against target's melee defense. So your target number is going to be 11.
If it loses, I swallows it whole.
Describe it. Tell me what you do. How does it open? What does it look like? What is happening here? This hand mystic.
Okay, so Spaghet threw me at this guy and I landed right on him and I am just like giving him heck with my kitty claws, and then right there in his face, I tell him if it loses, I swallows it whole, and just right there in his face, I just at point blank shoot out these tentacles and grab him right in his head, and then just all like just straight down, man, just straight down from the head.
Oh my gosh.
Take that, Mr. Guy.
All right.
Take it.
what he is going to do is he's going to react, and he's going to make an attempt to escape, as he's been grabbed, pinned. So he is going to make an attempt to escape. His attempt to escape is a melee check versus your melee check. What was your melee?
My 14.
Okay. He barely makes it with a 14. Like, he barely makes it with a 14. 13 plus 1. So as you go ahead and begin to try to pull him in, he feels the tentacles wrapping around his head, and he reaches his hands back and pries them off. Suckers attached to the back of his helmet still yet, and you can hear them go as they're coming off and coming loose from the metal of his helmet. And he is actually kind of concerned. He's not scared, but he's extremely concerned because he's never had to deal with this before. So it's just extremely, extremely surprising. We are going to go to now the Hand Mystic's turn. Well, actually, I didn't ask you. Do you want to move away? You can move if you would like to. Mr. Biscuits.
Me?
Mhm.
I figured we were like grappling. I mean, me and this guy, we're having a time together.
He escaped your grapple. So it does free you up to be able to move now. If you want to.
I ain't done with
Oh,
him.
okay, you're going to stay right next door. All right.
I'm not trapped here with him. He's trapped here with me.
All right. So what he is going to do now is he is going to use a power called Cloak. He's going to spend focused Cloak. For those of you
What
guys,
is he? Like a bird of prey or some crap?
Oh yeah. So what he does is he uses a mirage to block their presence from the minds of people within 20 spaces per rank. Cameras, for instance, can still record them, but when people look in the character's direction, they see nothing there. The target number for anyone trying to detect the character is the character's logic defense. For your all's knowledge, the logic defense of this character is 15. So in order for you guys to see him, it'll be 15. So he is going to spend 5 focus to be able to cloak himself and go invisible directly in front of you. And as it happens, his body dissolves into smoke directly in front of you, and you cannot sense him. We are now over to the one that has taken quite a significant amount of damage. Yes, sir, Zed.
Do I have the edge against vigilance checks to find him, as they are dangerous?
I'll allow it.
Senses.
I'll allow you to have
Okay.
have that for sure. That makes total sense. That tracks. What we are going to do now is the one that has been standing next to Spaghet, who has been just taking tons and tons and tons of damage, is going to turn his attention back to, or is going to turn her attention rather back to Spaghet. And what they are going to do is they are going to activate defense stance. That means close attacks are going to have trouble until they are successfully attacked. They are going to move close to you again, and they are going to attempt to ram you with everything that they've got.
Not like
They
that,
roll a
not
10.
Not like that, they not.
Again, the same ram, the same person trying to ram you fails as far as they've tried every single time, and it misses. It misses. They slam directly into.
Living up to the name Juggernaut.
Right. I'm gonna move my body again and leave my head suspended for a second, and then this time, right as they're charging the head, I'm gonna go Juggernaut. Put my head back, but I hit him with it.
All right.
Becky's right.
It's like a Temu juggernaut.
Welcome, readers.
All right, Voltgeist, you're up next. Temu Juggernaut.
I just learned that Temu.
All right, let's see.
Temu is a
So
thing
we
that's not good.
have 2 still standing, correct? One that we can see and one that we cannot.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anything I can do for the team to try and pinpoint where the one we can't see is? Is there anything that I can use?
Well, the thing is, they can be detected on cameras, and you can tell them a general location of where they are at.
Fantastic. I'd like to do that.
All right. So this doesn't require anything in particular for you to be able to do that because your eyes are cameras as far as that goes contextually. So what they ended up doing after activating the cloak, they have jumped up onto they moved. I chose not to tell you where they moved to because I didn't need you guys knowing, but now that Voltgeist is asking, they moved up onto a cargo crate that was right nearby, so they are on top of it. It is essentially from Kung Fu Spaghet and from Crippler, 10 spaces away, from Magnus, 5 spaces away, from Dragoness, 5 spaces away, and from Mr. Biscuits, 5 spaces away in an opposite direction.
All right. I will relay all of that to the team, and can I hold my actual turn for now to see who needs my help?
Yeah, you can absolutely do that.
Let's do that.
All right. We are now going to go into Dragoness. Dragoness, there is one that is critically wounded and another one that is currently invisible to you, but you know a general location of where they are at.
I'm going to make the invisible one visible. At least attempt to fire.
All right. Let's go ahead and attempt to do an agility check on this one that is cloaked. Now, just to let you know, they are invisible. So you are guessing at best with your direction. So you will have trouble on this roll.
Trouble, trouble, trouble. Trouble.
Trouble.
Trouble.
I'm here for it.
You'll be caught in the nerd wire.
Nerdwire. All right, and then let's reroll that 6. Oh, you only reroll one of them. I will accept that. I will go ahead and accept that 5 either way. And we would take the 5. So you rolled a 4, 4, and 5, plus whatever your agility bonus is. So a 8 plus 5 is 13, plus your agility bonus being 3, so 16. It is a hit on my hand mystic. As the flames come down and
Light them up.
and they begin to singe the body. It is a 4 times. Let's see how much damage you end up doing here. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3 is 15. It is 15 damage to the invisible one as far as that goes. So 15 damage back to them. All right, I've got my calculation correct. Math is hard. Holy crap, there's a lot of math in this game.
I'd assume he's very visible now.
He is not ablaze. He did
Being
not take
burning and all.
He did not take the ablaze effect, which would have required that you get a fantastic success. So he is burned, and you guys can smell him, but you can't see him. He smells like charred skin. Most of what it is just smoke from his unnatural form anyway. All right, we are going to go to Magnus. Who again is 5 spaces away from the one that Dragoness just attacked. And
now I'm just playing with my prey.
Oh my gosh. Didn't your mom teach you not to play with your food? So what does Magnus want to do?
Do we see the one that Kung Fu Spaghet is he still standing? Or
He is still standing. She is still standing.
Lift up and go maximum speed at her and do a ram.
All right, let's go ahead for that. That is perfect. They were 10 spaces away. You use your movement actions to be able to do that. What I want you to do is do a melee check against them. Are you intending to put them through a wall? Or are you intending to just smash them into the ground? What are you wanting to do?
I don't think I can do enough damage to put them through a wall.
Do they have trouble? Defense stance?
He does have it is a close attack and it will have trouble until successfully attacked.
That sucks.
So reroll that 5. So -3 plus whatever your bonus is. So 14 minus 3, that's 11 plus your melee attack bonus.
5 or something.
7.
You absolutely make contact with this with this person. As what you end up doing, re-rolling that 5 on the Marvel die, it's 2 times your multiplier plus your bonus. I'm pulling your character sheet up now. 2 times 4, so 8, plus 7 is 9, 10, 15.
15.
Multiplied by 2, you will take 15 damage doing the ram, but you will do 30 damage to them, and you plow them directly into the ground. It is a crater in a full-on Yamcha pose. They are now unconscious, and as they go unconscious, it is just a black mist of smoke that dissipates into the wind. There is but one person that is still left. Magnus, taking out 2 of them on the final killing blows, one with a trailer and one ramming one directly into the ground. We have one that is still cloaked. Spaghet, you are 10 spaces away from that one. What do you do?
So they're cloaked up a bit, so what I think I'm going to do is put both my arms out with my extended reach, and I'm just going to spin until I can just get one sort of wrapped up, and then I want to commit that into just into a grab. Just go for a grab once I got that kind of, I guess, like a spinning grab, and just whip up some noodles. Hope
Let's
to
do
pin
a
him
melee
down.
check.
If it's the last one, maybe we can get some questioning. So hoping to grapple him. Melee, okay.
Let's do a melee check, and you are going to have trouble as they are still cloaked.
Gotcha.
Oh my god.
Pin him down.
Reroll that Marvel die, please.
Well, the Marvel die that's not
You have
technically
trouble.
the highest roll. I do, but I think I have to re-roll the yellow 6 because that's actually a higher number. The Marvel is a 1.
Okay.
It's just a thematic thing.
Reroll that.
Am I not? Is that?
Reroll that 6. All right, so you got a 6 plus. No, you got a 4 plus 6 plus 2 is 8.
Plus my 3.
9, 10, 11. You connect.
Okay,
You connect.
nice.
If we allow that Marvel die to exist, and we do. And it is a fantastic success. So you have them grabbed, and inside of your hands, inside of your Paschetti hands, as you swung them around, it is just an empty mass. But you can see everybody looking around at what he has grabbed. You can see the palms of his noodles are kind of flattened, as if he is clearly grabbing something, and it's struggling against him. He is going to use a reaction to make an attempt to escape. He fails the escape. I know that for a fact. So he fails the escape. He is continuing to be pinned. Now, here's the deal. Okay, you guys can choose to attack him, but pinned enemies, if you don't get, what was the ruling on that for a pin?
It was pretty much like if it's not success, I'm gonna get owied instead.
Yes.
You're gonna miss and hit me.
So we are now going to, because that will
But you can
consume
always
your turn.
Question them.
We're now going to
I'm
go
gonna
to
throw this cauldron at them.
go to Crippler.
Right.
Oh my god. We're now
I'd be
going
like,
to
my
Crippler.
noodles.
So Crippler, what
Not my
are you doing
noodles.
back at the top of the hour?
I'm compressing
Questions,
the
please.
cauldron into a basketball-sized hunk of metal.
Okay. Hit me with it.
I'm not hitting anybody with it. I'm just compressing
Oh,
it to the size of a
Voltgeist wants to resume her turn now. I can hear it.
Yeah.
Hit me with it, Voltgeist. What are you trying to do?
Sorry, I'm having my mute toggles go all crazy again. So I'll just go ahead since it's the top of the turn. I'll go ahead and use my battle plan once again. All right, guys, only one left. Take him out.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna give edge to the Crippler. I'm gonna give edge to Magnus, and I'm gonna give edge to Dragoness.
All right.
All right. I was just going to not attack him and maybe not hurt the. But the lady in the radio has sent him go.
I mean, we need to figure out what's down these stairs, boys. So we got to get these guys out of our way and see what we actually have going on here.
So I'm going to smash the individual that's being spaghettied up with the cauldron, aiming for their kneecaps.
Don't touch my spaghetti.
All right, I'm looking through my
that.
book for pinned. And how that works. I just want to make sure that you don't really hurt Spaghet. Not that it matters to me. I mean, that's your all's problem. But I'm just trying to find the what happens, how it actually works.
Probably if I failed the attack.
Let's go ahead and do a roll. Your target number is only 11 anyway against this person.
A failure means it fails, but a spectacular failure means you hit your buddy.
I get edge, so re-rolling the 1. Okay, I still succeed. I get a 13.
There we go. All right, so we're gonna operate it with that because I can't find the rule. Once I find the rule, I'll update it in our notes on the Discord for us. But we're gonna operate if it was a failure, he hits Wildwood. If it's a success, he would hit the intended target, and if it's a fantastic success, intended target would take double damage still yet. So that's how we'll operate with it. You did 3 times what?
Times 4, which is 12 plus 5 is 17.
Plus an additional 2 because you're using a weapon.
Oh, you're right, because it's times 6, because I'm using the improvised weapon.
That would be your modifier, not your multiplier.
Yeah, the modifier. Oh, not the modifier?
Yeah, that'd be your modifier, not your multiplier. You get a +2 to your modifier, not +2 to the multiplier.
Oh, so just it'd be 19.
Okay. So 19 damage to that one. Okay. All right. We are now moving into Mr. Biscuits, who is currently 5. No, hold on. You have not moved. You're still 5 spaces away from the cloaked individual. What would you like to do? And not even cloaked, they're pinned. You obviously know where they are. The cloak is doing them no good.
Yeah. Mr. Biscuits is now bored with all of this. This has... It's been one embarrassment after the other, and Mr. Biscuits pulls a complete cat and just starts walking off, and Mr. Biscuits gonna head for the stairs and go find out what's down there.
Okay, that will take you 10 steps to be able to make it to the stairs. So your full movement action, you will stop at the top of the stairs. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We are now going to... I need to see if I can escape. I do have trouble because I am currently pinned. I got to reroll my highest, and I don't think I escaped anyway, to be completely honest. Oh my god, it's even worse! So he does not escape, and he's struggling, and he's straining, and he's expanding his arms as much as he can, but he can't do anything, and he can take no other actions. So we are now going to go to Dragoness, who is next.
Are we just knocking him out?
She's asked the team.
I mean,
we're not killing him.
Knock him out, restrain him, whatever you need to do.
I mean, he's pretty restrained. Okay, question him or knock him out. This is better too.
I mean, can we tie him up somewhere and leave him? Because that's also an option.
Put him in a container.
That'll do.
They re-recorded that. As
Oh, they
adults.
re-recorded bop.
As adults, and it's actually a bop.
Oh man,
Is it
I'm gonna have to go
really?
to listen.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dude, my
I want
sister
to
was
lock him into a
obsessed.
container, then suspend it on a rafter or something.
Nice.
All right, so here's what we will do. I'm going to have Spaghet, if that's what Spaghet wants to do.
Yeah, you can use my actions.
Spaghet is going to release him as a reaction inside of a container. We are then going to have Dragoness. What I would like for you to do is damage the container enough to where the entry to the container enough to where it could not be opened. For you, and taking into account your size and your might, your difficulty is going to be 14 on this, not 16, not 18, 14.
I'm releasing him. Can I keep apologizing for all the noodles that are just smacking him? That's what I do. Just be like, I'm really sorry about that.
Yes.
Using signature attack.
Oh. It is a melee check, so let's go ahead and do it. You're gonna hit it with your sword. Oh my god. It caves in, the metal crushing in on itself to the entryway that is there. As far as that goes, inside you can hear him yelling in mostly inaudible Japanese. The best that you can assume is that it's curse words. The worst that you can assume is that it's curses. So, that being said, we move into Magnus. And Magnus, what would you like to do with this box?
We could pick the box up and kind of position it across the rafters above. You know, you have cross beams and stuff that hold everything internally.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of set it across up this way, so if he comes out, it's a long way down.
Absolutely. So we've gone ahead and we've done that. Now here's the thing.
Teamwork.
He doesn't have the strength to be able to break out of that box.
No.
It is clear. He could eventually, after enough times doing a melee check against it, attempting to break out of the box. But what ends up happening is, as you're lifting the box up, you see smoke just start to pour out of the cracks, drizzle down, and it gets sucked in to the stairwell, rushing away as if nothing happened. You've won. Let me be clear. You destroyed his will to continue moving, to continue fighting. He was alone. And with that said, we're going to throw it to a break. Everybody go get your potty on and get yourself a refresh on your drink. Thanks for bearing with us.
All right.
That was long, but it was worth it. I hope you guys have had fun. Don't anybody
No,
go
you're good.
anywhere. We are going to be right back after everybody gets back. So see you in just a few minutes.
Good job.
The final hand mystic evaporates into smoke, dripping away outside of the box that was sealed by Dragoness. They're not falling, they're not fading, but evaporating. And it spirals like incense caught in a windless room. It funnels unnaturally, as though pulled by some unseen breath drawn into the grooves surrounding the open hole where the cauldron once was. The dark liquid around its base begins to bubble, slow and thick, releasing slick, oily pops that echo far too loudly in the empty space. The silence that follows is deafening. Not absence of sound, but absence of life. When you unsealed the cauldron, it revealed a stone staircase spiraling downward into complete blackness. The air that's rushing out is ancient, thick with incense and must, decay. And you'll notice that along the stairwell are scratched kanji and claw marks glowing red. They pulse, and you can feel an itch. It's almost as if it is behind your eyes when you look at them. The stairwell is barely wide enough for Dragoness to fit. If you choose to enter, you must enter in a single file line.
Lots of stooping.
I'm gonna wall crawl down.
Me
Spiral staircase.
first.
All right, so we have
I'll kind of fly a drone ahead of Mr. Biscuits just to make sure that if anybody runs into trouble, I will spot it before they do, hopefully.
very cool. As you do, you hear echoes of Japanese words. You can't quite make it out, but it sounds like a chant. Then the vocals change, speaking your native tongues. It is a chant. The stairs test the soul. The stairs test the soul. The stairs test the soul. Over and over again. And the deeper you go, the harder it is for you, Voltgeist, to maintain contact
I don't wear shoes.
with your drones. You've
Guys,
climbed. Mhm.
I'm getting some interference. I might not be able to maintain visuals for much longer.
You've climbed down a set of stairs that are descending deeper than the natural subway tunnels. And as you do, you still hear the chant of the stairs test the soul. The stairs test the soul, echoing.
So there
Through
was
the
a way
stairwell.
up from the underneath.
It's a little different, though. So, Crippler, in your head, you begin to hear radio chatter from your time in the military strike team. He's a liability. Smoke him. How's that make you feel?
Not real. It's just mumbo jumbo and
And-
nonsense.
I need you to make an ego check.
Okay.
Target number is 12.
Target number is 12. Roll it. Come on, roll. Oh, it's a 10. That's all I got.
Spaghet. You see a flash of Shang-Chi turning away from you in disappointment. Behind you is a man splayed on the ground from a high fall. What does that mean to you?
I don't know.
I need you to make an ego check. Target number is 12.
Eight.
Magnus. You hear Thor, your father. A disappointment. You'll never lift it. Does this affect you in any way? Oh, I can't hear you, and I don't know if chat can.
Sorry. They have difficulty doing ego checks against me because of Iron Will.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll. What that will do instead is grant you an edge.
Yay. Oh, yeah, I get edge. So 1, 2, and 3. Ooh, let's roll one more. Computer. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So 5 + 8 is 13.
Very good. Dragoness. Flashes of experimental medical equipment litter the room you are in. One lone crazed scientist is sorting through parts. Not equipment parts. These look like they were human at one time. How do you feel? And make your roll with a target number of 12 on an ego.
Disgusted and horrified.
Uh-oh. Okay. So that is a 7 with your ego bonus. It actually subtracts 2 from it. Okay. Mr. Biscuits. Your vision goes dark, then bright white, then dark, then bright white again. You're floating alone in the cosmos, trapped between dimensions, coming back to reality, and inside another dimension. Not a single piece of treasure's around. What does Mr. Biscuits think? And while you're thinking, I need an ego check. Target number is 12.
Oh my goodness, this is just like the saddest sight ever.
Cool.
There's no stuff.
I'm fine, by the way.
Very cool. Voltgeist. I want you to make a logic check of 12 to maintain control of your drones.
Can do. Oh,
Very cool.
I got to control easy peasy.
Very cool. Those who failed their checks will not participate in the bonus round of the next combat.
Okay, very cool.
Those who passed will gain an initiative. Will gain an edge on initiative checks for their next combat.
Was that anybody past that?
Magnus, Mr. Biscuits, and Voltgeist passed.
Okay.
Your body continues walking. You're not exactly sure where you are or how much deeper you've climbed. Crippler,
Yep.
you stand among the wreckage of a strike against a lab. All of your men are dead. The ones you commanded. It's hard to tell if this is a vision or reality. I want you to do a vigilance check. Target number
Okay.
is 14.
Is this danger involved?
You might think it's danger.
Okay, I just want to make sure. That is a. Well, I'm going to reroll the 2. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that is
Oh,
a
yeah.
total of 14.
Very cool. Very cool. Spaghet, you've lost your job. You've lost your home. You've lost parts of your vision. People recoil when they look at you, as if you're a monster. You, too, are having difficulty telling if this is a vision or not. Give me a vigilance check. Vigilance check. Target number is 14.
And
How are
hungry
you
people
feeling?
everywhere look at you.
How are you feeling?
I'm at a 13. Didn't make it.
13 with added 1 point from your vigilance?
Correct.
Okay. Magnus.
Is that good?
Loki
Oh.
sits on the throne of Asgard. Your trickster uncle, using your father as a footstool. He casts you out of the throne room. Words come from his mouth, but you cannot understand them. I want you to do a vigilance check against this.
Oh boy.
Here.
Target number is 14.
There we go.
Yeah, wipe your hands a little more though, Bubba.
Oh my gosh. Wonderful. Great job.
That will never.
Dragoness. You see your life before. Your family. But they recoil in fear of what you are now. This makes no sense. I need you to make a check. A vigilance check of 14. And you can tell me how you feel as well when you get the chance.
I have eidetic memory. I'm going to trace back the last few minutes.
All right, so as far as what has happened, you guys are continuing to walk. The runes that are around you are swirling around your mind. You can sense that something is wrong, but you do not know why or what it actually is that is causing this.
But I do know this is not happening.
Correct.
Psychic powers getting in your nugget.
That is a 12 on a vigilance check with a bonus of 0.
0.
Mr. Biscuits. You wake in a holding cell, and a guard walks by. Marked for euthanization, is what they say.
It's dark.
You attempt to yell at him, but nothing comes out but inaudible meows. How do you feel? And go ahead and give me a vigilance check of 14.
Dude, they think I'm just a cat. He needs to
This is
show
space
some
prison.
respect. Give me some respect, man.
What's your bonus?
2, so that's a 13.
No, that would be a 14.
It would be 14.
Okay, 14, I'll take it.
Voltgeist. I need another logic check with a target number of 14 to maintain control of your drone. And maintain
Alrighty,
contact.
Mr. Biscuits
Ooh.
has had a difficult of enough night. God, you don't need to make it difficulter.
What is your bonus,
All right,
Voltgeist?
so what am I rolling? What was I rolling again?
You needed 14?
Logic check.
Logic
Yeah,
check,
so I
yeah.
got 15.
Nice.
15.
Okay.
So I'm still coming across the mics, but it's coming kind of static. Guys, I'm still here.
Those who failed their checks will have trouble in the first round of the next combat. Those who passed will gain an edge in the first round of the next combat. Crippler.
Yep.
You have a gun pointed at the head of the man who ordered the strike on your squad and you.
Mm-hmm.
You are standing at point blank range. Do you
Yep.
pull the trigger?
Of course not. I pop the magazine out first. Then I pull the trigger so there's nothing chambered in it. So the guy shits his pants.
Give me a resilience check. Target number is 16.
Resilience, you say, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That is. What is resilience? Oh, okay, there's resilience. Target number what?
16.
16. 3.
Ooh.
Oh, Marvel.
Very good job. All right. Spaghet. Your hands are wrapped around the throat of the people. All of them who are in charge of you. Your fingers splayed out like noodles. You can take vengeance on the ones who turned you into what you are today. On the ones who allowed your research to get in the way of what you were doing. Do you squeeze tighter?
No.
Give me a resilience check. Target number of 16.
$13.
Magnus,
Uh-oh.
you are now wielding Mjolnir. You hold Loki by one horn of his helmet as he's kneeling before you. Your hand held high. Thunder and lightning striking in the background. You have the chance to end the life of the man who has caused nothing but disgrace on your family and problems for your father. Do you strike?
No, that would be unworthy.
I want a resilience check at 16. Not even needing a bonus. Very good. Dragoness. The scientist who turned you into what you are is kneeling before you. Your sword in both hands. Do you slice? And give me a resilience check at 16.
I do not slice. What done is done, and I am better than them.
You got it. You got a 16 on that. 13 plus your 3 in resilience. Mr. Biscuits, you have nothing.
Ye win one.
You are alone. You're floating in the emptiness of space. Seemingly shot out from the pod that was marked for euthanasia. Do you close your eyes one last time? Forever drifting off into the emptiness and vastness of space.
I ain't no quitter.
Give me a resilience check. It's 16.
If Mr. Biscuits goes down, we riot.
Oh my goodness. That was awful.
Voltgeist. Give me one final logic check at 16 to maintain control of your drones.
All right, let's see. Ugh. Ugh. All right, wait a sec. Okay. I don't get. You said I'd gain an edge bonus, but that was for the next combat round. Is that correct? Okay, so I
What
can't
about
use
karma?
that now.
You could use a
yeah.
God of Karma if you would like to re-roll one of those die.
Let's do that.
Would it get you close enough?
Ooh, that's a good point. No.
No.
Well, wait. Hold on. Because it's a logic check, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm gonna re-roll that one. I can potentially get higher than a 16. Oh, except I can't. All right, so you start to hear a little bit of static come over the radio, and I cut out. I'm not there anymore, guys.
I lost.
Those of you who failed your checks
Boo.
will lose your reactions for the first round of combat.
No reactions.
Those who passed will gain an extra reaction for the first round of the next combat. The visions begin to clear. You awaken down a deep, dark tunnel. You turn to look behind you and you can see the base of the stairs. Some 200 feet away, the runes of the kanji and the claw marks still illuminating your path. Somehow your feet continued moving even if you were not, even if you felt that you were not. You look up and you're deep within the city's underground. It is cold and it is damp. No sounds but a distant drip of water. And in front of you is a large circular stone antechamber. It is dimly lit by floating braziers. In the center lies a massive stone door engraved with the hand symbol and the same ritual marking you saw around the cauldron. How is everybody feeling?
Well, I only failed the one, so I
Terrible.
feel pretty good.
Meow.
I'm feeling
Very
pretty
confused.
stressed about the fact that I just lost contact with the team, and I know
I
that they
failed a
are,
lot.
I feel like I just failed. Now I can't even help you guys. So yeah, I know that you guys must be several hundred feet underground if my systems are no longer working.
Voltgeist, I heard Childwood in the background, so I won't ask you to speak again in case you're having to deal with that. But if you have a moment, what I am going to allow you to do is make a final logic check to try to regain control at a target number of 18. They are super deep. Oh. Is that a fantastic failure? That is a fantastic
It
failure.
is.
So she can decide how that connects. She can decide how that connects.
I can hear the kid back there, so she's a bit caught up.
So that is okay. Let her do her thing. Whenever she comes back, because a fantastic failure is not always a bad thing, she can describe what happens if maybe she makes connection again. But does anyone?
I'm here again. Sorry about that, guys. The internet banshees are screaming at me at the door. Yeah, I am still unable to connect with my drone, but I'm able to reconnect with comms for just a few seconds to say, guys, do you need backup?
That is perfect. Does anyone want to inspect the door? Or no? Do you turn back around and go back up the stairs?
Yep, call tonight.
Is there like a handle or anything, or
I'll check the door.
It is a sealed stone door. Dragoness, my apologies, decides to check the door. As you do, above the door is an inscription that glows a ghostly green, and it's carved in kanji. And the words begin to move and warp, and they transition like projections from the door. And then they transform into English. And it states, 5 shall stand like fingers on hand, though none may speak, else secrets leak. 2 of flesh, 2 of precious weight, 1 of blood shall open this gate. Suddenly, from below your feet, in the ground, 5 large pressure plates begin to flip around, revealing themselves. 2 have footprints. 2 have tables. 1 has a dagger on it with a carving of a symbol that matches the door in the cauldron.
But we do have
Repeat
5
that.
of us.
I look
Yeah,
at
repeat
Magnus.
that again. 2 of flesh.
2 of flesh, 2 of precious weight, 1 of blood shall open this gate.
I don't know. I feel like I'm pretty precious.
I look at Magnus. I look at at Dragoness. I'm like, we can just punch our way through this. I'm
Good.
pretty sure we can all lift buses.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, we'll try and bust it.
Okay.
So the bus to the door.
Target number again.
This
This is very similar to the cauldron. Target number again. For your all's case, though, because
Be
You can
careful
sense.
with magic.
you can sense that this is a stone door that had inscriptions on it, and it is very thick stone.
Mhm.
Target number is going to be 20. It is a melee check.
Okay. Where are the hinges?
You see no hinges.
I see no hinges. Okay. Checking.
Six plus 5 plus 2 is 13 plus plus 7.
Oh, yes.
Oh my god. All right. 6 plus 6 is 12 plus 2 is 14 plus 5 is 19.
For the Marvel die.
Yep.
The fantastic failure.
Yep. Go ahead and describe for me what you attempt to do.
What I attempt to do is I attempt to punch through the door, but instead I only punch the top of the door open, leaving a way for us to crawl through.
As you do that, you get a view inside of the room. The room that everyone else is still standing in begins swirling around. The floor begins swirling. And Torii gates slowly begin rising out of the ground. And each one, as the room spins, stops at the door. Ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. 5 of them. Inside Crippler, you see an underground dojo carved into the stone, creating an extremely large room from long ago. Statues of demonic figures line the walls of this circular room, and all of them are weeping black ichor pouring from the hollows of their carved eyes. At the center of the room is a training floor littered with old weapons and burned scrolls, and in one corner, you see an altar drenched in blood with a broken chain and empty ceremonial robes. From
Someone
behind the
naked
altar.
running around here.
From behind the altar, Gorgon steps out of the darkness and into the dim light of the dojo. He looks at you and he points. I want you guys to go ahead and roll for initiative.
When he points, I look at him and I point toward the door I just smashed open.
Just big enough for him,
Initiative.
just big enough for you to crawl through at the top, though.
Exactly. I just smashed through that.
All right.
I'm going to reroll those 2 yellow dice. So 4. So 6-3.
Now note, if you failed the first trial coming down the stairs, you do not get to participate in the bonus round, regardless of whether or not you roll a Marvel die.
Okay.
Okay, so I rolled to be in the bonus round, but I don't 666, nice. I don't technically have connection right now, so can I just use that turn to try and regain my connection, I guess?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Cool.
And those who did succeed will get an edge on their initiative check on that first test. So Magnus, Mr. Biscuits, and Voltgeist all have an edge on their initiative check.
We'll do so 15 for me.
I believe my total ended up being 10 with the Marvel dice.
Did you do your edge on that? Because this is an initiative check.
No, I did not do edge.
Reroll one die. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 14 for me.
14 for you?
Yep.
All right.
Same result.
Okay.
So
after rerolling,
Mr. Biscuits?
Yep.
All right. And Voltgeist, what did you get?
After rerolling, I'm up to 22.
Well, a 10 before my
Add your bonus
what
there.
is it? Yeah, that's so wait.
It would be your vigilance, so +2.
Yeah,
so
so 12. Yeah, so I got
All
a
right.
12.
And then Voltgeist, what did you get?
So my total for rolls after using my edge came out to 16 plus my plus my modifier is only 3. Sorry, so it's 19, not 22. Got my logic and my initiative for a second.
All right. And then Spaghet, what did you end up getting? With your bonus included?
14.
Nice. And then Crippler?
14.
Nice. And then Dragoness. Let me see. I found a
14 is
18.
better.
18? Okay, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6 on my Marvel die.
You
What's
rolled a 6
what's
on
your
the modifier?
modifier? What's your modifier?
Oh, is it the modifier? It's
The
mine's
modifier,
just a
yeah.
1. Okay.
Mine's just a 1. Then it's
Okay.
then it's whoever rolled higher on the modifier.
And what did you
Now
roll
it's
on
you.
what did you roll on your Marvel die, Zed?
4.
4. Okay. So it will be Spaghet before Crippler. So all right. So let me see here. So we've got Voltgeist. Is anyone participating in the bonus round between
Rolled
Magnus,
3
Mr. Biscuits,
sixes,
and Voltgeist? Anyone able to participate in the bonus round?
I think it's just us.
Someone
I am
was.
not.
Mr. Biscuits,
Mhm.
you will.
Yeah?
You will participate in the bonus round.
Yeah, I got a Marvel dice.
Let me get this initiative order figured out here real fast. I apologize, guys. There's a lot of numbers here.
So much math.
A lot of people got 14s.
Yeah.
Magnus, what did you roll with your 14? For your middle die. Let me see if I can find it here. 3.
Let me find it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. 3.
So it will go Spaghet,
I'll be
Crippler,
last of those.
Magnus, and then all right, let me make sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I'll need to do mine too. I just realized I haven't done mine yet. $12. Gorgon.
Gorgon?
Remember who Gorgon is.
I'll give you guys a rundown of who he is. I rolled a 15. So he will go right after Voltgeist. Okay, so the initiative order. It is going to be Mr. Biscuits in the bonus round, followed by
So
going back to the beginning, Dragoness, Voltgeist.
I get to go to bonus round.
Oh, you do? Yes, that is right. My apologies.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Mr. Biscuits and Magnus participating in the bonus round. Then it will go Magnus and then Mr. Biscuits is the order it will go in for the bonus round. And then at top of turn order, it will be Dragoness, followed by Voltgeist, followed by Gorgon, followed by Spaghet, Crippler, Magnus, and Mr. Biscuits in that order. So, just to give you guys a little bit of history on who Gorgon is, that way you're familiar with him. He was one of the great captains of Krakoa. He was a leader of the Hand, and he was also a member of Hydra at one point. Unlike most mutants, Tommy Shishido's powers began to manifest almost immediately after his birth. As a mere toddler, Shishido had the skills to rival the world's greatest martial artists. His intelligence advanced so quickly and erratically that by the time he was a teenager, something fundamental within his psyche could no longer bear the strain, and he became increasingly dependent and eventually violent, or despondent and eventually violent. At 18, Shishido killed his entire family shortly thereafter, and he took control of the Hand and merged the ninja organization's already considerable resources with those of Hydra. So, just to give you an idea of the kind of guy that you're fighting. All right.
So Wolverine for a time being too.
So we are going to get started here in the fight against Gorgon. As it stands right now, we have Gorgon inside of the room. Crippler is in the door, in the hole that he has created at the top of the door. The rest of you guys are standing outside of the door. Magnus, what are you doing first?
Let's see. Could I move Crippler?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll see how Crippler feels about that. I already saw him roll his eyes. Crippler's rolling his eyes. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
No, he's not. No, he's not. He's almost too high for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and he'll hover down through the hole just enough to get to the bottom, see what's going on, have a bit of an oh shit, it's the big boss, and shout out, Mr. Biscuits Angels, assemble!
Now there'll be some eye rolling.
And he will fly as fast as he can, as hard as he can at the big bad guy, ramming him.
Okay. Very cool.
And activating our team.
Very cool. Let's go ahead. I want you to do a melee check.
I laugh at the team name.
But do you object?
Yes.
How do we activate our group
Stringently.
power?
How do you activate your what?
Our group power or whatever.
You declare it, but you all have to be in the same room.
Well, we're within feet of each other.
Within earshot, eyeshot of each other, essentially.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I want to make use of a karma point.
Okay.
To reroll a thing. Come on, baby. It's thinking.
Is that reroll having a hard time tonight? I don't know why. Sometimes it does that.
Give it a moment. Let's give it time. Let it think.
Oh,
That's poop.
that's just poop.
Okay, so
Magnus,
that's what 6, 7, 8,
You have
9
edge.
plus 7.
you currently have
7.
edge from passing one of the tests in the stairwell as well.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I shouldn't need it, should I?
So your target
let's see.
number to hit him in a melee attack is 16.
And I rolled 9 plus 7.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't need it. But if you would like to try to get a Marvel die on that to get a fantastic success to triple the damage you're about to do to him,
Oh, yes,
use it.
of course.
Got edge, it's worth a shot.
Give it a moment.
There it went. And it was a 2, so you'll keep your 6. So your damage that you are doing to him is going to be 6 times your melee, which is 5. Multiplied. Sorry, 6 times 5 is 30. Plus, no, not 5. Is it 5 for you? Where's your multiplier?
My multiplier is 4.
Should be 4.
It's 4.
6 times 4 is 24. Plus 7. So 32. And is a success. So you double that damage, but you also take 32 points of damage back at you during the ram. So
it's okay. I'm uninjured, so it's fine.
64 points of damage directly to him.
Wow.
Immediately right out of the gate.
Boom.
All right.
Kind of hovering in the air.
All right. Let's go ahead and go to Mr. Biscuits. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go through the hole, and is he in this room all by himself? Have we established that he is the only one in there?
No one has looked.
No.
Okay, well, I want to
We
look.
haven't
Is he
noticed.
the only one in there?
Give me a vigilance check real quick. Target number is going to be average. Average challenging. It's going to be a 12. All right, I'm assuming you're entering the room on that, correct?
Yes. Entering the room and having a look-see. It's thinking about. There we go. Okay, I succeed.
All right. As it stands, all you see are statues that are lining the room and him. That is it. You see no one else.
I wonder if I trust that. And how far am I from the door to him then?
You would need to use all of your movement because you don't have flight to even be able to reach him.
And I small.
So you'd have to go up onto the door and through the hole that Crippler has created, and then drop down into the room.
Off I go.
Oh, I realized we were doing our flight wrong too, because my base movement isn't 5, it's 7. So
okay, so then it'd be 14 spaces that you'd be able to go.
Yeah.
In combat, because it's 2 times your run speed in combat.
That's pretty good. 14.
Yeah.
Cool. We are now at the top of the turn order, and we do have Dragoness, who is coming in next.
Is she gonna fit through the hole I made?
How big was the hole you made? Just big enough for you to crawl through, an average person?
I thought it was big enough for everybody, but you said it was the hole, so.
You said it was up top. We'll say it's big enough for Dragoness to be able to fit through, but it's not like
she's pretty strong.
I'll
She can
push
make
the
it a bit
hole
bigger on her
larger
way
as
through.
needed.
Exactly.
I am going to descend angel style, wings extended, drifting down slowly, sword held aloft.
All right. So you are moving in, and you're going to use your movements to be able to arrive at Gorgon, correct? Both of your actions, your movement and your standard action, or are you doing something else? Because you can go 12 spaces in one movement.
I should be able to use my wings to control my drift.
Okay. So we are going to do. We're going to attempt to do a melee attack on Gorgon. Is that how I'm reading that?
Actually, I'm not going defensive mode.
Okay. You are activating defense stance. I think you have that correct? Yes. So close attacks are going to have trouble until successfully attacked. Perfect. Okay. And now we are at Voltgeist's turn, who all she can do is hear right now. And speak.
Oh, I have comms. I wasn't sure I even had
You have comms?
had
No
verbal
visuals.
communication. No visuals, but I can speak. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, I am going to. Well, let's see. Magnus and Dragoness are at the enemy at the moment. Nobody else is in range. I'm gonna actually hold my turn. Because the only people that I could really help theoretically right now are Dragoness and Magnus. I know Magnus has a turn coming up. Dragoness' turn is over, so I'll just hold for now until I know where I'm needed.
Okay. Then it is Gorgon's turn, and he is standing right near Magnus, who has just who has just plowed into him with full force. What he is now going to do is he is going to let me see here. He is going to spend my apologies, give me one moment here. $37 points of focus to regain all the way up to 90 health. By activating do this all day. He's going to spend his focus on do this all day and regain all of the health that you took out.
You do this all day.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
And then he is going to move in closer to where Mr. Biscuits is. All right. Next up is going to be Spaghet. Spaghet!
All right. So everyone else has already entered the room through the door. Pole's nice and big now.
Yeah. Most everyone is in there.
Cool.
Save
Does
for you.
Magnus still have a reaction?
Magnus actually does not have a reaction for this round.
Oh, okay.
There's nothing I can do.
It was the only test he failed.
Gotcha.
I didn't fail any tests.
Wait, that was Mr. Biscuits. I'm sorry. Yes, Magnus does still have his reaction. I was looking at M. I put M and MB, and that was a mistake. It was Mr. Biscuits that failed that.
In that case,
I still do, but I don't. There's nothing I can really do.
Well, if you have a reaction, I think we set something up here. I'm gonna sling both of my arms forward and grab each side of the doorway and stretch myself backwards for a nice slingshot. And I'm gonna yell to Magnus, I hope you're ready. I'm bringing spaghetti. And I'm slingshotting myself into the room, and I'm gonna ball up into a ball and go kind of lobbing over your head to set up for a nice spike cannonball special.
Oh yeah, we'll jump up and we're gonna alley-oop this guy, except for like really hard.
We're not
All
sports guys, folks.
So let's go ahead and do this. Your target number for this agility check, and this is going like really different. We'll have Magnus do the agility check because you are the one that is going to be hitting him. It is a fail. The agility check needed to be a target number of 16 to hit.
Nah, can't quite
That's
hit
a
it.
lot of.
So as you arrive at Magnus's hands, he tries to get ready to spike you, but unfortunately, because you're so covered in butter, you slide through his hands behind him, spaghettified, and drop right near him. All right. So the next person that is up. Well, actually, no. Hold on. That was a movement and then a reaction. What do you want to do in terms of your standard
That's
action?
True. So on my way down, as I kind of broke out of the ball form, I'm gonna curl back into my back into like a sort of humanoid configuration, and I'm gonna land and activate attack stance.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a cool ass spaghetti pose and go into attack stance. Yeah. I'm
What
gonna make it look like that we meant to do that. That wasn't a mess up.
All right.
Sorry, friend Spaghetti. I failed.
Next up is Crippler.
I'm going to run across the ceiling, full speed using my wall crawling, and charge him at the last moment, jumping into his knees.
He is close to you. He is close to you right next to Mr. Biscuits because he moved in after he healed, and he used his movement to move toward the door where Mr. Biscuits was.
All right, I'll step back 5 and then charge him
Oh,
across
okay.
the ceiling.
All
and
right.
then aim for his knees as I come down. You said I have an extra edge for this turn
You do.
because I made this. Yes, so I have double edge.
So this is a melee check, correct?
Oh yeah, I'm rerolling. It's still okay.
What'd you get?
That would be a 13 plus 5 plus 5, 18.
All right. You do connect. Your
I have a
damage
6,
calculation.
Red 6.
Mhm.
Red 6. So I am charging. So 6 times 4
4.
is 24 plus 5 is 29.
Yep. 29.
Yep. Times 2 because I didn't fantastic. I rammed.
Oh,
I take
okay. So you.
damage too. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. All right. So you ram him and it does double damage. So that was 29 times 2 is 58 damage.
Yep. And I take 29.
Okay. All right. Next up is going to be Magnus. We are back to Magnus.
Ram him
If you busted him in the knees, I'm gonna try and take him from the top. I'm gonna arc across, and I'm gonna charge full speed at him again across the room and ram again.
All right. Let's go ahead and give me another melee check, please.
We'll re-roll that fastest die. You have the edge on this attack. Oh yeah,
That's better.
All
There we
right.
go.
So hit me with your damage calculation there.
My multiply. Let's see. Times 4.
I suppose
Plus
his
7.
head is the hardest object in the area.
27 times 2.
27 times 2.
Yep.
54.
What's the matter?
9.
I think you just killed him.
Our rank 4 big
Minus
bad
5.
drops.
Yeah.
How much
Freaking
damage did you
ram.
guys take for yourselves, by the way? How much damage
I
did you
took
guys
29.
take? Okay.
Retired did that twice, so he took a good 60 or so.
I took 59, but I got 5 back. So because my healing factor. So
Damn, Ram. Wow.
So much for that.
yeah, it doesn't mean
Lame.
we're done.
So, lame.
You took you took
It's
scope
that
away, so
Ram.
he's ram.
Double damage Ram. Dang.
Even with his target number of 16, holy crap. Okay, well, he's done. He
We did
drops.
it!
He's unconscious. All right. Well, let me get my script back out.
I'm still in like my starting attack stance pose to get this fight going. Yeah.
Mr. Biscuits is now looking around the room for something to freaking swallow.
I'm gonna join Biscuits. I didn't get much action. I'm gonna look for some stuff Chinese feel.
The clash is over.
We're-
Well
Gorgon
done, masked man.
lies still, his breath ragged, blood pooling beneath him. The gleam in his cruel eyes finally dimmed. His body is shattered, and it twitches once, and then he goes limp. The air is thick
You two are something else.
with the copper twang of battle and the lingering trace of corrupted ki. The dojo is scorched and cracked, its sacred ground tainted by violence. Then, a sound you didn't expect. Stone scraping against stone. Around the chamber, the ring of demonic statues. Dozens, maybe more, each one carved with gaping maws and weaponry raised in an eternal threat, step forward. One synchronized step. Their massive feet strike the floor in unison with a deafening thoom that reverberates throughout the temple walls. And then, as if guided by an unseen hand, they all kneel, slowly and deliberately. Their mouths open wide and grotesque, wider than the face structure should allow, and their jaws creak into impossible angles, revealing hollow chasms inside. The black ichor continues to weep from their eyes down their cracked faces like tears that will never stop. But the voices that emerge are not echoes of the past. They're something far older. Only the willing soul may sever the tether. The voices are layered, ancient and cold and unified, a single sentence spoken by many mouths. Then they rise all at once. Their joints snap back into position with thunderous finality. Their weapons, swords, spears, and halberds lock back into place, some thrust into the earth, others sheathed ceremoniously at their sides. Still, silent, and watching. As the dust settles, you see it. A thin trail of blood, winding away from the altar. It snakes across the stone, past the shattered tiles of the training ground, disappearing into a dark tunnel that leads deeper. Deeper underground. Deeper into the ritual. Deeper toward the soul the hand has claimed. And that is where we end for this evening.
All right.
Good job.
Oh, man. I did not-
WAT.
Man,
GG's, everybody.
That was epic. I loved that one. That was great.
Good job.
that
Wow,
Gorgon fight,
Ram.
man.
Well
The
done.
Ram. Good golly.
I'm gonna have to look up, see if there's some errata that changed that. Pitteret, can you get on the case, please?
I looked up to see, and we were doing it right. So unless there is a errata, we weren't doing anything wrong there. But yeah, wow, the power.
Yeah, that was impressive. That was impressive. Well done, guys. Well done, my heroes. Well done, Mr. Biscuits Angels. You know, I'm gonna float it out there and kind of see how everybody felt about it. Obviously, chat, please feel free to hit us up. Let us know what you liked, what
I
you
was
didn't
like,
like.
boss fight, defense time, lol.
Yep. Instead,
Yeah.
he just got rammed to death. So there's that.
Yeah, 3 rams took him out, and he got a heal after that first ram. But
Oh yeah. He apparently can't do this all day. Let's just put it that
Yeah.
way. He apparently cannot do this all day. It seems like the thing about this game is I'll lead off with what I liked and what I didn't like, and I'll start with what I didn't like. It seems like every time I have a boss fight intended, it's always lamer than the actual the appetizer. It's like, what happened? It falls apart. And this guy was no slouch. He wasn't a slouch. You guys just hit. And it was really, really solid. As far as what I did like though, as far as what I did like, I really liked being able to set the scene up for you guys and kind of seeing how you reacted. I liked hearing the role play tonight and letting you guys interact as a team rather than just pushing you guys through fight after fight and not giving you guys the breathing space to be able to speak with each other and kind of let some character show tonight. I really, really liked that. Favorite role play for the night?
Okay?
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Okay. My favorite role play for the night was Magnus going to talk to the dock workers and tell them to get out of there and blowing the cover, even though like they weren't like that. The dock was it was so Magnus because he's looking for an opportunity to be heroic, and I thought it was really good.
So Magnus. Mm-hmm. So Magnus right there.
That's not the target, but you're going to go be heroic anyway and tell them, be gone, mortals. And I thought it was really good. I really liked... I'm going to do this a little differently because I do want to highlight everyone as I go through this. I really liked Kung Fu Spaghet's descriptions of all of his reactions. Like your reactions and powers and the way that you add flavor to how Spaghet interacts with his body is so good. It's probably the best descripted action scenes that we have on the team. And we have a lot of people describing extremely
elastic.
Good. You're killing it, dude.
I want to lean into the elasticness. I feel like I got to get that spaghetti moving.
Well, you've got the kung fu moves things like
yeah, it's
Mr. Biscuits trying
Tiger
to eat the
moves
cauldron.
in the grass.
Mr. Biscuits trying to eat the cauldron and it not moving, and like it wasn't even just a cauldron, it was a cap, and like that's the coolest thing that like it was definitely clear you saw something of value. The Crippler, dude, like me asking you how does the Crippler feel and you replying I'm not going to tell anyone how I feel is so on brand with the Crippler. Like it's so good. Like it's like, okay, well I guess I will move on. That's how it would be if I were talking to the real Crippler anyway. I'd be like, how do you feel, Crippler? And you'd be like, fuck off. And I'd be
he told you how he felt. He told you how he felt. He said this isn't real.
That's true. I was talking about on the street though, when everybody was talking about how they felt and you're like, I'm gonna wait for the others to speak first.
Yes.
And then Dragoness.
2 ears, 1 mouth.
Again, when it was the mention of Psylocke and you providing that overall like Marvel tie-in with like your team up and knowing how you feel and expressing concern about that being what you were about to face, like it was a big deal, and I felt like that added so much more flavor. Voltgeist, you stay in character so stinking well under the circumstances of what you've got to face. You did really, really good as well.
Thank you very much.
Knowing you're disconnecting and not being able to speak with everybody and having some trouble and it not shaking your resolve to continue to remain in character and figure out some ways to make a difference was really, really good.
Thank you.
But that's what I liked. What I didn't like. Favorite role plays for the night. We'll go counterclockwise again, and we'll start with Wildwood.
Yo, that was good stuff. I didn't like. I'll steal it from everybody else because they're probably going to want to say the same thing, but there needed to be more meat on that boss. I didn't even get a bite. I went into attack stance. Dragoness, she wanted a bite too. She went into defensive stance. And then Tindy, of course, wanted a bite. That's kind of her specialty thing. And she didn't get no bite. So, more bites for us, more meat on the bone for those bosses. But I gotta admit, when you mentioned the health pool, the heal, his melee chance to hit dice and stuff, I thought we were in for a fight. But yeah, dang, it is hard to get that spice just right. However, I had a blast the whole thing, including all the interactions, other fights we had leading up to that, and I was really stoked. A day or two ago, I had the idea about twisting my body up and hitting him with a kitty twister, and I'm glad that everything worked out to unleash that attack. That was a fun one.
That was amazing. It was so good. Sakura, Dragoness, how did you feel?
One thing I am really liking and totally wasn't intentional when I created the character, but as you said, Dragoness has become an anchor to the comics. She's been around since the 60s, around nearly as long as the X-Men themselves, so she's rooted in this as a resident of the world.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What I'm really loving is the various special cooperative combos everyone is creating.
It's really good. It is so good.
That might be my favorite part too.
I like that there's
Combo
always a new
attacks.
name for the fastball special.
Mhm.
It's the hairball special. It's the cannonball special. It's
It's a huge denizen and makes it less than a slugfest it could be.
Mhm.
Retired?
I enjoyed being, in a team where we played off each other and we're riffing off each other with combos and stuff like that. It was cool being able to hit things really hard and do like kicking a container across the floor and stuff like that. I was very glad that this guy did not skulk at any of these times that he got hit, because it's like, oh, we're right next to Tindy. Oh God, you skulk, we hit Tindy and she's out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's the thing, is like, you guys never gave an opportunity for him to skulk. Gorgon couldn't skulk. It was agility based attacks that he would had to dodge. And because they did make that change with the errata, it's all agility based.
Yeah, that was,
so you guys were all meleeing him by ramming, and there was no way for me to just dodge behind Mr. Biscuits and get out of the way of the ram. He didn't have that kind of ability. But man, it was crazy. It was crazy. You guys did crazy damage. What else did you like? What else didn't you like?
I was worried that when we went through the stairs that people were going to get caught out and not get involved. And mostly we got into the room. We didn't quite, we had like an, oh shit, oh God, hit him with the hardest thing we can as fast as we can. And that did it.
Mm-hmm.
That could have gone longer, but it's,
I should have just bumped his health up, is what I should have done. And I didn't even think about doing it. But I'm with you. The stairs, what's interesting is that there was only one person that didn't pass a single test, and it was unfortunately Spaghet. He got hit hard. Everyone else passed at least one and got a good benefit.
I have ego of 0.
Mm-hmm.
I have no bonuses, but the Iron Will saved me on the one, and I lucked on the other. So, and the other one was a Fortitude, which is like the resilience. That's my jam. So,
oh yeah. That last thing, losing reactions, was it's so important in the game, and it's very difficult to come back from that whenever you have that missing in the first round. And I wanted to make it something that could definitely be passed by you guys, but wasn't super easy to pass still yet.
Right. Oh, you made it hard.
It was a high number.
One thing to note is we're getting much faster doing turns and playing in general. At the same time, more descriptive and dynamic. A huge well done to everyone.
Absolutely. Mr. Biscuits, what'd you like? What didn't you like?
I agree that probably my favorite was Retired doing the, I'm the hero thing out there at the dock. I had considered saying at the time, in Mr. Biscuit's voice, was that y'all really could use some good PR after y'all did a murder. So
I didn't even get to roll my dice that I made for Gorgon.
So I was like, yay, you go get some good PR out there after doing a murder, reel that back in. But really what I was thinking, Saki ended up touching on about how our characters are really starting to like come together and do things. Other than like the Crippler, who apparently doesn't like cats. But
He doesn't.
But,
Crippler doesn't like anybody.
yeah,
He's
so
a
it's totally
loner.
fine. It's
Great power comes great
but
responsibility.
but you know how like Wildwood and Retired both on different days has been like, I'm scooping up Mr. Biscuits and, incorporating Mr. Biscuits into my attack. And, because Mr. Biscuits doesn't really have any abilities, I mean, other than like right now swallowing.
Well,
And
you've got some pretty good stuff though still yet on your sheet. Exploit,
yeah.
vicious attack,
Yeah.
combat trickery, which is huge.
So it's nice, that they're like, here, let me shake up this cat and just chunk it at somebody, or
It works so well
like,
so far in my experience.
And your melee
Right?
is huge. Your melee is huge, which makes that really good.
Or like last week, Retired being like, here, hold this, informant for us, and it's like,
Mhm.
okay, so now I'm just like wandering around, holding on to the supposed good guy. And or how like Dragoness is always like, well, she can't she doesn't have the ability right now to actually pick up an actual character or anything, but Mr. Biscuits is only 2 pounds. She can totally pick me up and take me with her. So she's just always like, okay, well, I'm taking Mr. Biscuits. And so it's been very entertaining to me how like everybody is interacting with this weird little
I am the
cat
cat
guy.
mom.
Yeah, it's been pretty great.
Crippler.
Everybody's doing fabulous.
Well, I
Mhm.
had a great time tonight. I can tell that you thought you were worried when you thought you shattered my character. I was fine. I was proud of you for pulling the trigger. Good. Good for you. Yeah, next time, target it at someone without any focus. That's the real test. That's the real test. But yeah, it was fun. I had a great time. I like the fact that you presented this huge, intricate puzzle. And I was like, nah, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
What was with the puzzle? What was the puzzle?
So the riddle was, if I pull it back up, hang on one moment. I'm gonna pull it back up. The riddle
Next
was
session, I'm baking cookies.
yes. The riddle was, 5 shall stand like fingers on hand, though none may speak, else secrets leak. 2 of flesh, 2 of precious weight, 1 of blood shall open this gate. My initial intention was that you guys don't spend the time talking. That was my initial intention. If you speak, the platforms would turn back over. No one spoke anyway. Crippler just went, I'm going to break this door down. He didn't say it out loud. He just decided to break the door down. But ideally, it was 2 living people stand on the 2 pressure plates that have the feet on them. 2 heavy objects of value needed to be placed on the tables. What immediately came to mind is there's only 2 people carrying things of value with them. One is Sakura, Dragoness with her swords, and one is Tindy with her hoard of treasure in her gullet. And then the
Told you I
fifth-
was precious.
the 5th thing was using the dagger to fill the bowl that is carved into the pressure plate with blood. And then it would open the door.
It's true.
Listen, I can't help you guys aren't good with
I
puzzles.
do. I was going to say, I do wish that I had had enough, shall we say, attention there to roll a logic check and try and figure that out. Unfortunately,
That's
I was
true,
a little
yeah.
distracted at the moment.
That would've
Hey,
been good.
I'm just saying, I knew what role I was there to fulfill. It was the precious one.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But we did it.
And I'm sorry,
I was making notes
you know,
to solve
Tindy's
the
not giving
riddle.
up any
Then
of
it's
her
birthdays.
preciouses to set off a pressure plate.
What was that, Voltgeist?
Oh, I was just saying, you know that Mr. Biscuits isn't giving up any of her preciouses just to set off some trap.
That's true.
No,
She just
that's
would've
not
left.
happening.
She'd be like, I'm out. I'm out.
Yep.
See, it was
Not
a
worth
challenge.
my treasures.
The what I will also say, one of the big things that I did like was on that final test where you guys all had an opportunity to do something really bad and get vengeance on people, even if it wasn't a vision. Get vengeance on people. You guys all displayed heroism. You didn't give up. You spared those who came against you. Every single one of you. Great tenacity. And I was just thinking, heroes the entire time. Really good. Anyway, I'm sorry, Crippler, continue. I realized you were still talking.
I'm having trouble breathing.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm going to pass it on to you. I'm having trouble breathing.
all right, Voltgeist. What did you like? What didn't you like? And Zed, go take care of yourself if you need to.
I'm just going to use my inhaler. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I had a great time tonight. The only thing that I really didn't like is that we keep talking about this team maneuver, man, and I want to see it go off at least once.
I tried to make it go off.
Yeah, I mentioned it in chat.
I tried
too.
to trigger it. I tried to trigger it. That's what I was trying to do.
We tried. But yeah, I had an amazing time. The kitty twister was an absolute highlight of the evening, and it was just hilarious all around.
It's really good. It was really good.
Yeah.
Guys, chat. Feel free to let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. Obviously, please go and follow all of my good friends here on the here at the virtual tabletop. TeamWildwood. I am Tenderly. CommodoreZed. Retired 11 Bravo. Sacro with an underscore. And of course, you can still catch NerdAtArt every now and again over on TeamWildwood's channel as well.
And NerdWirePlays.
And you can follow me if you're new
follows
here.
are free.
We go live here every
follows are
Wednesday
free.
playing this, and then most every other day, as long as I'm feeling well, which I feel like I'm getting there. Most every
I
other
was
day,
going to
as long
say,
as I'm
but
feeling
are
well.
you feeling well?
Keep my fingers crossed. I am live over here playing video games most of the time. So thank you guys so freaking much for joining us. We're going to find a raid target. And in the meantime, we'll catch you guys later. Peace. Everybody hang around for the raid.